The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
What is the latest with the New York Jets search for a GM and coach? We'll break down the latest reports, plus talk about some comments made by Jets cornerback DJ Reed. Robby Sabo joins the program for the final time in 2024. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
The Jets?
Yeah, they're going to beat the Patriots.
You come into this house and bring up the Jets? Do you know how much disappointment I have had to live with from the Jets?
You've lived with disappointment? Are you serious? I haven't enjoyed a football season since 1969. Maybe 98 when Parcells was the coach for a year.
Get out of here.
That was good too. But that's it.
Understand, tonight is awful in here. Awful. I saw this on the schedule, Jets during the Christmas holiday. I took 4 Canadian aspirin with a little bit of codeine in it, just enough to give you that pop. Little 8% codeine never hurt anybody.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is the same old Jets. We have Aaron Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Happy New Year. Appreciate everyone who's taken time to watch this show in the year 2024. And the only positive I got for you about the 2024 New York Jets season is that, thankfully, it ends on Sunday. That's it. But thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart to everyone who tunes in to this show, everyone who supports the channel by watching and sharing and spreading the word and joining the Patreon and buying merch and gifting memberships and super chats, supporting our sponsors. It truly, truly means the world to me. So thank you to the Asmaniacs for being the best listeners in the universe. And joining us right now in his weekly spot is the co-founder of JetsXFactor.com, Robby Sabo. Robby, Happy New Year.
Dude, that Chris Berman clip, I was rolling over here. I never heard that before. To get that little pop. Dude, that is gold. I'm telling you. It's so funny that Berman, Eisen, so many of the main anchors have been Jets fans too.
Tons. Remember a couple of years ago, Mike Greenberg and Rich Eisen, or I think it's maybe been the last couple of years, they're both doing the draft at the same time on ESPN and NFL Network. The Jets are everywhere.
It's insane. Like I told you earlier, I'm writing an article about, just trying to sympathize with the Jets fan plight. Not only has the pain been just brutal, ruthless, but it's been surreal too. We look at the latest example with Sam Darnold walking into the Minnesota locker room like a king and a hero, and you just look at it and you shake. You're like, the same guy who saw ghosts, got the kissing disease, couldn't get anything done. He's a damn hero now. It's beyond description.
Look, good for him. Happy for him.
You sound genuine when you say that.
I am. I really am happy for Sam. Like, I have no ill will towards him at all. I think the Jets failed him, not the other way around. And Sam has clearly gotten better, and with real coaching and all that, he's a really good quarterback. If Zach Wilson were to ever have a resurgence like what Darnold's done, that would end everything for me.
MVP 28. That's how I'm going to end the article. The only thing we know is Zach Wilson MVP, NFL MVP 2028. I mean, if what's happened in the NFL the last 3 years, 4 years doesn't convince Jets fans that, arguing over the QB, Darnold, Wilson, Rodgers is so meaningless when you don't have the proper leadership and coaching, nothing will convince them. Yep. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore, honestly.
It would destroy me if Zach Wilson ever was good. Because the Jets, I don't think failed Zach Wilson. I thought he was in a spot where he had an elite defense, he had a running game, he had a number one receiver. They gave him every opportunity. If he was just a little better last year, that team is in the playoffs with how good the defense was a year ago and the kicking situation. So, like, if he ever goes out there and has anywhere close to what Darnold's done, that will end me because then I truly know nothing about football then, if that happens.
I
It's
see.
like,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. It's not about you. It's not about knowing football or not knowing football. It's the things that are impossible to know. Like, I agree with you. Darnold, see, Wilson's biggest problem, can he be a good quarterback in the league? Yes, but it's between the ears. It's confidence. It's mindset. It's being unsure of yourself. Darnold had a little bit of that too. But Wilson, he pales in comparison to Zach Wilson. Sometimes it comes down to the vision of the coaching staff. You know, what are you going to rely upon? How do you get your guy confidence? And you know, I tweeted it the other day. Kevin O'Connell is the best play caller in the NFL. I mean, in nut crunching time, they need a first down. They run 4 plays, get 2 first downs. 3 of the 4 are play action bootlegs, putting it in the hands of the quarterback. It's not the same NFL, and the Jets have been living so archaically in the past in terms of their overall mindset for so many years. So I think that hurts the quarterback. That's the default that hurts the quarterback, doesn't give them the proper ceiling. But I mean, listen, I agree. The Wilson and Darnold, in terms of what they put on the field on tape, very different stories.
If you're tuning in live, hit the like button. It's the final Robby Sabo show of 2024 here on New Year's Eve. Appreciate everyone who's been listening in to my morning show shifts on ESPN New York. We start tomorrow at 8 a.m., so I get a couple extra hours of sleep. 8 to noon tomorrow, you'll hear me on 880. So tune in. We'll talk plenty about the Jets on that show. And then Jamie and Sherwood was supposed to join me today, Robbie, but unfortunately, sounds like he overslept. So Jamie's actually going to be joining me Thursday now. Instead, Rex Ryan joined me yesterday, and that was the back page of the New York Daily News. I don't know if you saw this, but we made the back page with the interview that I did with Rex Ryan talking about the Jet job, and Adam Schefter, I heard, just confirmed it on radio before. Rex is a legit candidate. He's going to get at least the bare minimum an interview for the job. So your thoughts on that? Because I know you're not a big Rex guy.
No, I'm not a big Rex guy, but I'm perfectly fine with interviewing him. I mean, especially because Tannenbaum is leading the search. If it wasn't Tannenbaum, I would be, and Rex gets the interview, I'd be a little more concerned, a lot more concerned, honestly, but I'm okay with the interview. I don't, you know, from a defensive perspective, I love Rex. From a vibe perspective, from a getting guys to play hard for you, love Rex. I just think, and it goes back to what I was just talking about, you know, the Jets living in the past in an archaic mindset of football that doesn't match today. I think that game has flown by Rex, and I'm not saying he can't adjust, not saying that at all, but the odds on that happening based on what I saw, especially in 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, just not with it. But in terms of an interview, I'm okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the show right now, we did a raffle yesterday. We had 8 winners that won prizes. And now we're starting all over again. Every membership gifted goes towards the next raffle. You'll get a raffle ticket with your name for every membership gifted, or for every super chat you send in that's $20 or more, you'll get 5 for 20, and then you do the math from there. Some of our prizes that we'll be raffling off include this New York Jets brand new winter hat that will look very nice on your head, keeping your ears nice and warm. And
is that an off-white? That's an off-white, right?
Yes, I think. It's like a whitish beige kind of thing.
Off-white's tremendous. Go get that hat, folks.
Well, you have a chance to win it. And how about this, Robbie?
Mm.
How about your own New York Jets mini helmet?
Look at that.
Brand new logo.
That's like
I mail it to you. That easy.
That's one of the new style. Is that Riddell? Riddell, I think. I don't know. I can't tell. It's definitely not a shut. I think it's a Riddell. New style. Nice.
Plus merch items, plus Gusbuster umbrella, and much more. So check it out if you're interested. JT, thank you, sir. You gifted a membership. And Bobby Midnight gifted a membership before the show even started. So thank you to Bobby and JT, who gifted before the show began. If you got a membership from them, you thank them. Happy New Year to you, Bobby. And then Kyle Clifton is like, I'll get us going here. How about a 5-spot of channel memberships? Kyle actually called into the radio show this morning, which was awesome.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
If you hear your name called, you thank Kyle Clifton for giving you a membership. SJ, Sovicito, Gerard Suarez, Simple Eats, and Aaron35, all receiving channel memberships. That's 5 raffle tickets for Kyle Clifton. All right, a couple super chats here, and then we'll talk about the latest with the coaching search beyond just Rex Ryan. But first, I did want to show you this, Rob, because I mentioned it. If you go out and look at the back page of the New York Daily News today, I know I got my hard copy. By the way, $3 for a newspaper now. That's why they're going out of business, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean, my God, I bought a couple of copies because my parents wanted it as well. And I'm like, am I really spending $9 for 3 newspapers? But here is the cover, the digital cover anyway. Ryan expects to talk with the Jets about a return as coach. Rivera also scheduled for interview. The Rex Files. Love it. Let's go, baby. Sexy Rexy.
At $3 to get your hands all messy and dirty to start the day. My friends used to make fun of me for picking up the paper, as a youngster, and did it for the sports section, obviously. Were you a Post or Daily News guy growing up, Jake?
Newsday, because I was a Long Island guy.
Oh, that's right.
And Newsday would cover the Islanders, whereas the other papers would not have as much Islander coverage.
Yeah, you're one of those people. I think it was pretty even split, I got to be honest, between both for me. Newsday took up 0% of my life.
Makes sense. You were in Jersey, right?
Jersey, born in Jersey, grew up in PA, which right over the border. So PA, Northeast PA.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, look, I don't really ever get the paper anymore. I still read a lot of articles online. That was the first time I bought a paper in a long time. So I was like, damn, $3.
They should come with wet naps, honestly. Is it still as dirty as they used to be?
It was not that dirty, but I have it, off to the side over here. So I don't even know.
Okay. Hey, man, JetX covered it too, but when it hits the Daily News, I mean, that's the ultimate. It's everywhere. Tops.
All you need to do, type in Rex Ryan, hit news. You'll see every outlet covered it. It all started with Rap Sheet quote tweeted it, and then it took off from there.
And I saw Joe B begrudgingly joined yesterday morning.
Yes, convincing Joe to come on yesterday was a challenge, but Joe came through for the people.
Oh, geez. I didn't see the whole thing. How was he? How was his voice and tenor?
Angry, disgruntled, pissed.
Yeah, man, it's pain. It's pain that's surreal. It's baffling, honestly. Not just the Jets. Like I said, it's spread around with Darnold and Geno and it Bowles in Tampa. Bowles even. It doesn't end. And there's a part of me, yes, accountability. I think that's the number one thing when searching for a new guy. And that brings me to Vrabel. That brings me to Flores. Rex, I'm sorry, Joe B. Joe B included Rex in that accountability aspect. Rex is a player's coach, folks. I mean, I don't understand how we twisted this reality.
He's a good motivator.
Great motivator. But in terms of accountability, oh, no. But I go back and forth. Is that the number one thing, or is innovation and getting with the times? Like Faria said, where he wants offensive guy number one first and foremost. I admit accountability still tops my list, but that innovation aspect keeps on creeping up into the top priority for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, super chats cut the line around here. We'll get to calls a little bit later on. John O'Reilly starts us off. Jet fans since 1961. The Titans never been this low. Yeah, I mean, that's what Joe said too. Joe B goes back to the origins of this franchise too. It's as bad as it's ever been. It's why these hires are so important to get this franchise back on track. Justin with a super chat for us. Justin, appreciate you watching the show, man. Thanks for the $10 super chat here on New Year's Eve. Hire Rex Ryan. Always has been the answer. Ask the players who were successful before they came here, yet now they call themselves Jet for Life. They played for him. There's no doubt. I just would, and I love Rex. I really do. I just would prefer someone like a Vrabel or Flores. You can maybe convince me on Gruden, like someone who's coached more recently than Rex, but I'm not poo-pooing it. I really do think Rex should get in the interview, and I want to hear him out. What has he learned since being away? His son is on the Lions staff. on offense, and they run one of the most innovative schemes in the league. Maybe he could poach someone from that staff that he has an idea to be his offensive coordinator. Like, there's things about Rex I like. Plus, I do think he's learned from his first go around. So I'm interviewing him, and I'd hear him out. I'm not saying I give him the job, but
Yeah.
I'm at least sitting down with him and asking some tough questions and seeing how he answers it.
Yeah, that's completely fine. I'm good with that. Hearing him out, seeing if he has learned. I don't know if he's learned. I mean, there's no evidence for that.
We have no idea. We have no idea.
Yeah, he didn't learn in Buffalo. I mean, he didn't have terrible teams. He didn't do. Let's put it this way too. Everyone looks at Rex in the second go around with Buffalo and said it was a disaster. It wasn't a disaster. He was, he lingered around 500. It was.
Yeah. His problem was he didn't have a great quarterback, and he jumped into it right away because he wanted to get back at the Jets for firing him, and still wanted to go head-to-head with Belichick. And he's talked about this since removed from that situation. His regret was not waiting a year like what Vrabel has now done, where Rex would be one of the top guys the following year hiring cycle if he just waited. He could have chose a job with a quarterback already in place.
Yes, that's true. But the thing that I keep going back to is everything he says on ESPN when analyzing games and everything, when he's politicking for the job, it's going back to his roots. It's like trying to sell the fans on the nostalgia, ground and pound, defense first. These guys will be ready to roll. That is not today's NFL. Ground and pound. What teams are ground and pound today that are dominant? Who? Nobody. Like, that's not a thing anymore.
How much were they ground and pound, though? Because they had a quarterback who was a rookie who wasn't ready,
I don't know. I mean, he stayed ground and pound for his entire 6 years there. Like, he brought in Tony Sperano after it didn't work the first time. And it was all ground and pound with that move, thinking about that move. And
a lot of people in the chat saying the Ravens are ground and pound, but the Ravens throw more than.
Yeah, man. No. It's a different game, dude. It's like, I remember the Giants in 2011, the Victor Cruz play against the Jets. They finished dead last in rushing that year. Like, when Rex had success in 2009, 2010, that's at the point when the league started changing. Like his concepts, what he loves, his vision for his football team still worked. It still worked. It was hanging on by a thread. And once the illegal contact started getting called more, the quarterback, the unnecessary roughness, the roughing the passer started getting called more. Scoring went up. It was a bonanza. Yardage went up. Points went up. And the more and more we got into it, the less and less defensive-minded coaches worked. And everything I hear and see from him analyzing the games, I still see the same Rex in terms of what he believes in. So interview, see what you learn, see what he says, and go from there. And when I interview him, I want to seek innovation. I want to see if his offensive principles and what he looks to do and wants to do on offense fits with today's NFL. A major problem the Jets have had, other than accountability and leadership, nothing there, has been matching what today's NFL is. Again, go back to Kevin O'Connell. Watch that final drive with Darnold. What Jets coach in the last 15 years, even Herm was conservative, 20 years, would have done what O'Connell did? Nobody. And that's a big problem.
They haven't had the quarterback like that, though. Like, obviously they had Darnold, but Darnold,
it's a chicken and the egg, though.
He wasn't this with the Jets, is my point.
It's a chicken and the egg, though. Like, if you don't give the quarterback a reason to reach that ceiling of confidence, he'll never be that dude. So it's a fine line. And that was a big thing I was on Salah about. He just never, it was always about the here and now, doing whatever it took, while sacrificing any potential growth for down the road. And that has nothing to do with throwing games. It has to do with the psychology of certain players and positions and being a psychologist. Bill Parcells, look at Parcells. That's the stuff that I think has been missing, and it's got to lean towards the offensive side of the ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this live right now, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are presented by SeatGeek. Jets, Dolphins, Sunday, 4:25. If you want $20 off your tickets, promo code Jake Asman at checkout will save you $20 if you use the SeatGeek app. It's not just the Jets, thank God. They have every sporting event, every concert, stand-up comedy, you name it. There's an event for really whatever you need in entertainment and sports with SeatGeek, so check it out. Promo code Jake Asman. Shout out to SeatGeek for being today's sponsor. And if you are going to the Jets and the Dolphins game, use that promo code. I'm telling you. I mean, they might be paying you to go if you find a spot where someone's selling them for a cheap enough price there. So promo code Jake Asman, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. All right. Here's what I want to do right now, Robbie.
Yep.
I want to read you this super chat from Sour Diesel. He says, the Jets need a lifetime ban on hiring rookie head coaches. I won't go that far, but to emphasize the point of Sour Diesel, I truly believe whoever they hire for this head coaching role should not be someone who's a first-timer. Even if, like, you could tell me, oh, we're going to get Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen, like, Vrabel, Flores, Gruden, Rex. I'm focused on the guys with experience.
Yes, I understand that, and Joe B's on that big time. I mean, that is certainly a prerequisite, and you got to admit, it lowers the ceiling. It lowers the potential ceiling, but it raises the floor. I see a comment here. Today's rules by Disinfo. Is that what it is? Yeah, Disinfo. Today's rules don't allow you to play physical, intimidating ball. There's a lot of truth to that, which hurt Salah. And another one, Vrabel was 100% first ground and pound. True. And that concerns me a bit. Does he have the versatility and adaptability
I think he does,
to hire the right OC?
Well, I think Vrabel was ground and pound because he had Ryan Tannehill as quarterback, and he had the best running back in the league. Like that was
true. And Arthur Smith. Smith.
And before that, LaFleur was his first OC hire who got poached to go to Green Bay. So it's like he's hired good OCs. I think he's a coach that could just basically build a game plan for the talent he has on the team.
Agreed. I'm not jumping off the Vrabel bandwagon. It is, to be fair, it is something that is in the back of my mind, and that's why my theme keeps on juggling in terms of what's more important: innovation on the offensive side of the ball, or innovation as a whole, just fitting today's league.
How about a leader?
Or leadership accountability, trying to find the best of both worlds is that goal, I think.
Who is all right? Let me ask it to you this way then.
Mm-hmm.
You can get any coach. You don't have to worry about contract. You don't have to worry about whether or not they even want the job. You pick the coach. You could get that guy. Now, I'm not saying you could just go get Andy Reid or McVay, but pick a coach that is potentially available.
Yeah.
You can get anyone you want. Go ahead.
Vrabel.
It is Vrabel. Me too.
Vrabel. And then behind him is a trio. It's Flores, Ben Johnson, and Liam Cohen.
Flores, Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen. Yeah.
Nagy, by the way, the Nagy news, it's growing on me a little bit, but I think he's further down the list. Same with Aaron Glenn.
He has such a bad reputation from Chicago, but if you really look at it, I don't want him, but he did go to the playoffs twice with Mitch Trubisky. Like that's not.
Oh yeah, dude. Andy Reid. The more you think about Nagy, the more he warms up to you, I think.
I don't want him, but I'm just saying, like, I like look at his resume, and it's like you would think that the way he's talked about, and then you actually look at his resume, and I'm like, he's not my choice, believe me, but I'm like, he's not nearly as bad as what the reputation of him is, if that makes sense.
Correct. And here's the other thing we have to think about as Jets fans. Has the Jets hiring a first-time head coach gotten a bad and unfair rap because they've always gone the defensive route in an offensive league?
Yeah.
Bowles, first-time head coach, defense. Gase was a retread on offense. No one liked that hire, obviously. Salah, first-time head coach, defense. Who am I forgetting here? Rex was a first-time head coach. Worked
Mangini,
the first 2 years.
Herm, all of them.
Fizzled out. Correct. All of them. So
you got to go back to Kozlet the last time they had a first-time offensive coach.
Correct. So we got to ask ourselves that. Is the first-time head coach hire gotten a bad rap because of that? I mean, they have never, ever, and it doesn't even matter in the Kozlet era or even Rex to a certain degree because the rule changes happened like 2007, 2008 after Ty Law and the Pats roughed up Harrison and Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning was crying and the NFL threw its hands up and said, all right, we got to start calling stuff and let the offense, ball out, as the kids say. So we got to think about that as well. I mean, that's why Liam Cohen and Ben Johnson, I don't think we could eliminate them. I think it would be a mistake. We got to keep them in the mix.
Hey, they want to interview, especially Ben Johnson. I'm for it. Vrabel remains my number one.
He's my number one too. Absolutely. Because the accountability, leadership, and I think Vrabel is smart enough and versatile enough and not stubborn enough in his ways where he'll do whatever it takes, the right move on offense.
If you're watching this live right now, There's 551 of you in here, which is awesome. That's a big number for a
New Year's
Tuesday
party, baby.
noon start time here. So click that like button. There's only 136 likes. I know the Asmaniacs can do way better than that. Speaking of Asmaniacs, Charles A. M. Gorman, formerly Gormani, but it was changed to Gorman at Ellis Island. He has gifted 1 channel membership.
Excuse me.
You are excused, Charles. Thank you for the membership. Jimmy Jets received it. And good news for you, Charles. You are now officially in the raffle. You have 1 membership gifted, 1 raffle ticket with your name, your chance to win the Jet mini helmet, the Jet winter hat, merch items, a Gustbuster umbrella. I have more trading cards, including legendary Jet figures like Keyshawn, Wayne Corbett, Namath, Don Maynard, bunch of other ones, some current Jets too. So an assortment of stuff we'll be raffling off as we continue our membership raffle parade here. AD Pugnant, 5-spot channel membership. Speaking of winners, AD won an item in the merch store. He picked the Jake Asman polo, which AD I ordered for you this morning, and it'll be on its way, and you should get that probably within 7 to 10 days, roughly. Thank you for supporting the show. Here are the memberships from AD. 5 people got them. Thank you again to AD. Where is it? Here we go. When 007, Drew, LJ Statues, PK2K, and Johnny Rozier, all receiving channel memberships. We keep going here with your super chats. Trice writes in. He's been an Asmaniac for 5 months. I am pro Vrabel, but seeing what Ben Johnson's doing with Goff, it makes me think he has the best chance of making the most of our subpar quarterback options. I just don't see why Ben Johnson would take the Jet job. He seems very picky about jobs he wants, and I don't see a long-term answer at quarterback for him to come in and work with, so I don't know if he would want the job. Like, if the Jets had someone that was, like, ascending, then maybe they'd make sense, but I don't see it.
Right, and you got to, we speak about the Darnold thing. Look what coaching does. Look what the atmosphere does. Terrible with the Jets. Granted, he grew a little bit, and he learned. San Fran, Carolina didn't work. Same thing with Ben Johnson. You have to take into account that his offensive line is just absurdly good. And what Penny Sewell does and how good his offensive line is really helps them out. So, how does he work with a crap offensive line? That's another question. I'm being quite the negative dude this morning, but that's the things I would ask myself. And I like him. I like Liam Cohen as well. What he has done is been tremendous. And you look at Mayfield, that is true quarterback development with Mayfield, Kevin O'Connell, Liam Cohen, under Bowles, mind you, a guy who was conservative in his own right as the Jets coach. But, Bowles didn't really have he had solid offensive minds with the Jets, but he didn't have guys that fit with the time, in my opinion. Bates and Gailey and what have you. So, yeah, it's interesting. Ben Johnson's a really interesting one. At any event, I think, Campbell, he's done a hell of a job, but man, he's got the best D and O coordinator tandem in the league by far.
He reminds me a lot of Vrabel, right? Hire really good coaches.
Yes. And it's very hard to do in these days compared to, 20, 30 years ago, because, you look at Parcells, he was an outlier, but other coaches can grab their guys right away in a new situation. Much harder to do today with certain rules in place, and it's hard to put a staff together. And I think Salah, that was one of the worst things he did in terms of putting just an awful staff together for this current Jets team.
Oh, so bad. Yeah. Broadway Jets wants to know, ask Robbie who he likes more, NYJ Matt or NYJ Mike.
Is that from the official Broadway Jets podcast account?
It is. They still haven't invited me on their show, which I can't believe. Matt's calling into my radio show last Sunday on his way back from the Rams debacle. I still haven't been asked on.
They're each unique in their own right. I think, it's like a tag team. For anyone who remembers the old WWF, the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. Matt, who wants to be Shawn Michaels? Who wants to be the half heel? And who wants to be Jannetty? That's how I'll put it.
Speaking of wrestling, by the way, I finally got around to watching the Vince McMahon doc on Netflix.
Yeah, you saw it.
Excellent. I forget when it came out, but I hadn't watched it yet. But it's awesome. Highly recommend.
Yo, dude, Vince looks like a. What does he look like these days? He looks like a 1920s Bond villain. Like, I
Does
don't
he still
even
have the
know.
weird mustache?
What is he doing? He looks like a former pilot who's, I don't know, a villain looking for gold on the West Coast. It's the strangest look I've ever seen in my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your super chats right now. We say hello to Fiore, who's super chats. Robbie, do you like John Gruden over Rex? I do by a lot.
That's like, yeah, I don't like either, to be honest. Gruden, even though he's an offensive mind, I don't trust him to understand today's game.
He
And
could have been the OC of the Saints last year. I learned this today. Who
oh,
told me
really?
this? Yes, it was offered to him. He turned it down. Tom Pelissero said this on, actually, it might have been Peter Schrager who said this on Good Morning Football today. Gruden was offered the OC job of the Saints to work with Carr again, and he turned it down. So
no
someone
kidding.
thought he was going to be good enough to be a modern OC.
Does he and Dennis Allen have a relationship?
Did they overlap anywhere?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
That's what
Honestly, it was
that's
probably
my
to try and maximize Carr because Carr was not good his first year.
true. I mean, that's definitely the connection, Carr. But no, to answer the question, I wouldn't say I like Gruden more than Rex, but I would avoid both.
Here's a better way to word the question, though.
Yeah.
Which coach fires you up more after I play a video related to each?
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
All right, you have that one.
Yeah.
So John
So
Gruden.
many ways you can go with this next one.
By the way, Fireman Ed called into the radio show this morning. So shout out to you, Ed.
Did
Appreciate
he?
you.
Nice.
Appreciate you tuning in. He brought up Beningo, though, and I'm like, do you have to mention the guy on the competing station? It just,
Yeah.
but I love you, Ed. Thanks for plugging the YouTube show. And all right, so we gave you a Gruden video, Robbie. So now you decide that or this.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
Listen, it's an easy answer because of what colors Rex was wearing. It's Rex. I mean, and my favorite Rex moment still was it 2009 or 2010? I forget which year. I think it was 2009, after the divisional win. And he said in the locker room, you know what they're going to say? 3 home teams win and the fucking Jets. And the locker room erupts. That's my favorite Rex Ryan moment by far.
Back when the Jets actually had a slogan that actually meant something, play like a Jet, and that actually meant win, be tough, win football.
Yeah. Listen, the nostalgia is great. I understand the Rex love. I love Rex myself. But the objective mind in me is that too much love is dished out on Rex and not enough on Mikey T and Mangini for building that roster.
I actually said this on the radio today. I think Tannenbaum doesn't get enough credit.
Dude, what they did starting in 2006, all the flashiness, Liner, Vince Young, they need a quarterback. Pennington's done, blah, blah, blah. To go to Brickashaw, to go Mangold, and then to trade up for Revis, grab Harris, Leon Washington, on and on we go. Brad Smith. They built that team, and that's not a knock on Rex. Rex did the job coming in, coaching them. But to only tell part of the story is a huge mistake. So if we have this much fervor about Rex taking over in terms of Jets fans, shouldn't we have the same fervor about Mangini, having a role in the organization? But I don't see that. And I get it because Rex was there for the last successful team. I think it's a little much, but I completely understand because I was a diehard fan just like everyone else during those times. Just losing my mind.
Like the reason why Rex is so beloved too, one, his personality speaks for itself, right? But think how bad it's been since he was last here. That's a big reason for this. Like if the Jets were on a playoff drought of like 5 years right now, right? Let's say like Bowles got him to the playoffs in 2015. Like let's just say it was like not 14 years. Like it was so dark, like what it is right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're having the conversations about Rex being a real thing and the fan base kind of rallying around.
100%.
I think it's because of how bad it has been since he was the coach here. That's why it's a real conversation we're having.
100%. It's desperation, number one. And although Rex has had nothing to do with the last 5-7 years, yes, that's true what you're saying, but we fail, the pro Rex enthusiasts fail to mention or think about that Rex was the start of the decline. He had great success in 09 and 10, but he was there. The personnel just got drastically worse. And don't tell me he wasn't involved. He was. Mikey T was a financial guy. Idzik was a financial guy. Their setup was very unique and very interesting. Rex had a hand in personnel, period. So he was the start. I mean, you look at Rex and Parcells both got to title games. Rex got to 2, Parcells 1, flipped that team from 1-15 to 9-7, did tremendous things. I know a lot of Jets fans. It's incredible. The hate Parcells gets and the love Rex gets, think about it. Parcells, I understand the whole Belichick thing, but he set the organization up, the Keyshawn trade.
But he also left. He also left and then went on to continue coaching after that. So it's like he thought he was hanging it up. He was done. Every Jet fan wanted him to come back after 99 and, unfinished business, and then he leaves.
Sure. Listen, hate him for that, but the template, what he did for your organization, we fail to recognize. He set them. But man, the Herm teams were Parcells. He set up that decade of success. Mm-hmm. And Rex was the beginning of the end. I mean, I'm not saying he had anything to do with this past year or the Saleh regime, but the personnel greatly declined under his watch.
Well, that's when there were issues, right? Rex having a lot of say in the personnel. Look at the drafts, right? The drafts got worse. The free agent signings got
coaches
bad.
Will always have say in personnel. Let's keep it real.
They do, but like Rex had too much control. It's like if you're going to bring back Rex, like you need to really have a football guy he trusts that can make better decisions and evaluation of talent. Like Quentin Copels is a Jet because Rex Ryan did a workout with him one-on-one at his pro
Yes,
game.
and he said, if you're there, he said, if you're there, kid, we're taking you. Why? I say that to him. It's
he sucks. Oh my God.
Listen. I get it. Rex didn't have the GM who could be the authoritative voice ahead of him, above him, but still, he would. Any head coach is going to have say in personnel. Like, there's no question about it.
Honestly, it'll never happen, and it's too late. But like in an alternate universe, if Douglas was picking players and Rex got to coach them, I don't know if they ever would have won a championship with that formula, but it would be way better because Douglas obviously had some huge misses. We all know what those misses are, but you can't completely knock what Douglas did. It's a very complicated resume because the record sucks, but there's good football players still on this team right now. So I just wonder if Douglas got his coaching hire right. Let's say it was Rex in an alternate universe. Yeah. I promise you the Jets wouldn't be 4-12 right now.
I agree. It would have been a better situation. No question about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Shout out to the Asmaniacs as we do our final show with Robby Sabo here in 2024. Trice has got a super chat for us. When any potentially fired coaches, Dable, Peterson, McCarthy, Stefanski, or any I didn't mention, take the number 1 spot from Vrabel for you, Robby. So Trice, you know my answer on this. If somehow Stefanski's available, he's my number 1. I'm curious, Robby, your thoughts.
You're putting Stefanski over Vrabel?
I am, because Stefanski's an offensive guy, and he's won in Cleveland. He's a 2-time coach of the year in Cleveland.
Listen, it's not crazy by any means, but I don't think I'm there yet. I think I'd still rather have Vrabel. Stefanski did a hell of a job.
I'm good with either, but my preference would be an offensive guy because
yes, me too.
That's the league.
Me too. I'm trying to think of the talent. Their O-line has been good. There's been talent on defense. Listen, Stefanski would be right up there for me, no question. I think I'd still lean towards Vrabel, but I'm trying to think while talking right now, to be honest. It's a good question.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robby Sabo is thinking, and while he thinks, I read
it's overrated,
comment.
Though.
That's what the owner told me. Rich writes in, just want to piss in Miami's Cheerios and send them packing. Happy New Year, Rich.
I agree with Joe B on that one. Like, that's...
I am glad it means something for Miami. Now, I don't think they're getting it anyway, even if they win, because I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs playing backups are going to beat Denver when Denver's at home and needs to win to make the playoffs. But it would be awesome if Denver somehow loses. Miami could have got in, and the Jets stick it to them like they did in, what was that, 2013 or 2014? They eliminated
Gino? Yeah. What's Moses' injury? I haven't been up to date, haven't been near Florham Park, the facility, in a while.
Because, I don't know. No injury report till tomorrow, so I don't know how serious it is.
We'll get it tomorrow. I saw some of the show yesterday, not all of it, with Joe B. And I know Rodgers is a huge topic right now, and I get it. It's going to be. It has to be. But I give everyone a break. Rodgers, Brees, Sauce, Garrett. Like, to try to we have to evaluate them, but to try to wholly evaluate them based on one game or even this season in terms of the circumstances they're under, very difficult. Think about And I thought about this because I wish Olu was playing this weekend. Think about the offense and the correlation between the offensive success with Rodgers and Olu being inserted as the left tackle and then going out. It's a direct correlation. When he started playing at left tackle, that's when they started scoring over 20 points consistently each week. Once he got hurt 2 weeks ago against the Rams, done. And we saw it last week. They couldn't block anybody. It was awful. Rodgers had a terrible game. You can't miss that pass to Yeboah. But, I can't get in the minutia with Rodgers when they can't pull off a simple pass pro. I tweeted out on Twitter. I'm like, okay, halftime adjustments. Get ready, Conklin. Get ready, tight ends, because you're going to be standing up for the rest of the game anytime you're in a 3rd and long. And that's exactly what happened. They went max protect every time. And, Max Mitchell, Carter Warren, Joe Douglas, man, that is just brutal. They couldn't do a damn thing. And it was just horrible to watch.
Yeah, they're not rosterable players, and that's the depth, this far along. It's just,
they're not rosterable players as they're coached right now. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't think Keith Carter's great by any means, so that's probably part of it too.
Yeah.
Now, for those who do want Rex to be back, I think that's over officially. I just saw an article from Michael Nania on JetsXFactory.com that says 5 reasons the New York Jets would be out of their minds to hire Rex Ryan. We know Woody reads Jets X Factor according to the Athletic, so
that's it.
No more
baby.
Rex. That's it. You just killed Rex Ryan's chance of being the Jet coach, Robbie. Your publication.
Bury it, baby. I haven't even seen that one yet. I'll read it as soon as we're done here. Bury it, play taps, do whatever you have to do. It's over. Sorry, Rex.
Wow. Nadia started this article by saying, "Dear Jet fans, parentheses, brick."
That's the code.
He did not do that.
Damn.
Unreal.
That's the secret code. Anything in parentheses, we have a different language going on. They know.
Nick Shine with a super chat. Nick Shine is only spending $5, not because he wants to support me, but because he wants everyone to know that his channel has rebranded to the Nick Shine Show. It's no longer just proud NYJ fan. He's not proud. He's disgusted. So he's now just Nick Shine instead.
Dude, get your Shine Box. And how is Shine Box not the title of the show? I'll never know. Come on now.
Nick Shine does write in, though. The Rex and Tanny didn't value mid-round picks. They traded a ton of picks for proven players. Long-term, we lack depth, pipeline, and developmental players. I mean, they went for it, clearly. And the downfall of the 2010 into 11 Jets, right? The 8-8 year, that it all started to fall apart. The biggest mistake they made was getting rid of Braylon Edwards, getting rid of Jericho Cotchery, and replacing them with Plaxico and Derek Mason, which kills me to this day that they got rid of Jaco for that. Oh, it was so bad. I mean, they ruined the chemistry. Sanchez had rapport with those guys. It destroyed everything, and it kills me to this day that that Jericho Cotchery didn't play his entire career as a Jet.
They should have been better. I mean, they really should have been better during that stretch. And I agree. Getting rid of Cotchery was such a killer. Braylon too. I can't think of there was a couple other moves. Kyle Wilson killed him. The Kyle Wilson pick.
Oh my God,
killed him because.
Stiff.
I love the pick at the time because he fit so many different needs Rex could do on defense in terms of his versatility. But they also, what killed them, and Rex, for how much people call it, I'm bashing him to be the head coach. Okay, fine. Rex did things on defense despite not having a true edge rusher. They never had a true edge rusher. First game in Houston, 2009, comes out blitzing. New blitzes, new schemes, new concepts. They take the league by storm, start 3-0. The league, yes, eventually caught up to Rex. And they were at a point in that first season where it was a lost season. They didn't think they were going to make the playoffs. A miracle happens. Does a great coaching
Rex
job.
said as much. Rex is like, well, we're obviously out of the playoffs. They weren't eliminated. The rest is history.
After the Atlanta game, I think.
Yeah.
And credit to him. Did a great coaching. His motivational tactics in terms of psyche is A+ in terms of coaching, and his defensive principles I love. Like, they fit what I view and what I do in high school. Actually, it's just high school is such a different world than the NFL. The NFL, what would he have up his sleeve in terms of today's modern league? Because defense, how do I put it? It's not meaningless, but physicality and defense is so far down the totem pole in terms of importance. They play defense in the red zone these days. That's it. They give up everything in the middle of the field, play in the red zone, bend but don't break, and do everything you can to not rely on your defense late in the game. And that's a sad state of affairs, in my opinion. But does Rex know that? That's a big question mark for me.
Man, I just think back to the different ways they had to basically send the house to get pressure because they
Oh, it was
they had
crazy.
Calvin Pace. That was it. I mean, that was truly it. And
Jason Taylor, Brian
Yeah.
Thomas.
they had to scheme guys to come up with sacks. And I really do look. I don't think Rex is going to get the job, but if he did get the job, I'd be fascinated to see what creative packages he'd come up with Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson and Quinnen. Like this would be the best front by far he would ever coach with the Jets if he actually in this hypothetical got this job somehow.
I'll say this, and I don't want to give Jets fans hope because I'm vehemently against Rex coaching. But recently, Flores is starting to push the envelope here. Vance
Rex
Joseph
took a
as
shot
well.
at Flores in my interview with him, by the way. I don't know if you.
What do you
caught that.
say? What do you say?
So when I had Rex on, he made and shout out to Southern Jet who tweeted me that he noticed this. I just quote tweeted him. I wasn't going to say anything, but since he brought it up, I was like, all right, I'll mention it in the interview when we were talking about at the end because I asked him about his son coaching the Lions and how they're playing for the 1 seed now, on Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
And he threw in a little dig that every time the Lions face that Flores defense, the Lions hang 30 on them. Like he made that kind of little remark at one of the Jets, one of his competitors potentially for the Jet head coaching role.
Dude, that's a mistake. Rex, what are you doing? It's gold for you. I mean, you should be grinning ear to ear when he says
That's
that.
what he does. He already took a shot at John Gruden when he was on with Barton Hahn a few weeks ago.
Dude, Rex Flores is the closest thing to Rex in today's NFL. He knows that? Like that's why he probably says that because what I was just gonna say is blitzing was dead for a long time. Once the rule changes took hold and offense dominated, you couldn't blitz. Quarterbacks would carve it up. Flores, Vance Joseph, this year, last year, blitzing is starting to come back a little. So I don't want to get pro Rex fans all giddy and excited because he should not come anywhere near the head coaching job for the Jets. But to be fair, that is one feather in his cap right now.
Neil writes in, maybe they could have a tight end block to help. Yeah, what a concept that is. Although, didn't they try that, right, on the safety? And then Max Mitchell just is like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Woo.
Yeah, it was just, dude, I got no words. That was absurd.
Bino says, according to Willie Colon, if a new head coach offered Rex the DC job, he'd take it. So that's interesting. And I asked Leger Douzable the same question. He played for Rex in 2013 with the Jets. And Leger told me that he actually thinks Rex would consider it and would do it. So
it's a tricky.
I don't know. That's two guys who know Rex saying he would. Me personally, I can't see it. I can't see Rex taking a DC job with the Jets when he's going to sit there and be like, why am I the DC? You guys have done jack bleep since I was last year as the head coach. Why am I the DC? Like, I just don't think his ego would allow him to do it. If he would do it and they had like a real like alpha coach that could deal with like the first sign of adversity, people saying fire that guy and hire Rex, like promote Rex, like with Obrick, like everyone's saying fire Saleh, promote Obrick, and Woody listened. Like, I can't see it. I can't see Rex being a DC of the Jets. I could see him getting back in with a different team, but not for the Jets, not his team.
Fair. What do we know about Rex? He's a charmer. He's great one-on-one relationship wise. Rex Woody, that is just a forest fire waiting to happen. Bringing Rex in as DC, that is such a bad situation. The way, like, if over 50% of Jets fans are saying they want Rex back over everyone else, could you imagine if they get off to an 0-1 start, what would happen if he's the DC? I mean, the way he's politicking, I'm not saying he would try to blow up the team personally, but this is Buddy Ryan's son, folks. I mean, do you remember Buddy Ryan and Kevin Gilbride? Do you remember Buddy Ryan and Mike Ditka? That's a situation you have to avoid at all costs. I'll just say that.
I can't picture it. Now, if you tell me Mike Vrabel wants Rex as his DC, fine. Like, if Vrabel can handle that. But
Vrabel's the type of dude, and it's not crazy because they're both 3-4 guys. So,
like, you think Ben Johnson's coming here and being like, yep, Rex, you're going to be my DC? No way. There's no way.
That's tough. Vrabel, I could see. the temptation of Ben running the vision of the entire team as an offensive guy and Rex owning the defense is tempting. I must be honest, but from a personality standpoint, you're right. No freaking way. Can't
Look,
do
I
it.
would love it if they could somehow figure that out.
Yeah.
I can't picture it. I can't.
Agreed. It's tempting. Like, you stop me in my tracks with those possibilities. I admit.
Because I'm telling you, Rex would fix this defense in 5 minutes. He would.
He would. But can he get to the same level he used to be, or would it take some time to get used to how the NFL is today? Is my only question. It's so different. Like, the defenses can't dominate. You have to. It's a tricky thing in terms of mentality. You can never have the can't give an inch mantra. That's done. That's over. You have to have the what do we give up mantra. How do we play it against this team? What do we give up? Do we give up 5-yard out? Do we give up first downs in between the 30s? You have to be okay with giving up something.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're tuning in. All memberships go towards our next raffle, which features a Jet mini helmet that I will send your way, baby. Also, our grand prize, Robbie, I know you might be in on this, the autographed, authenticated Zach Wilson trading card that includes a piece of a game-worn Jets jersey during Zach's illustrious time with the organization.
Yeah, baby. 2028 NFL MVP. Grab it now.
So that is on the line, folks. Plus this awesome Jet winner hat. I have more than one, so there's going to be 2 of them. The other one hasn't arrived yet, though. But that and more is what we're raffling away for our next mega raffle. Comments, questions, super chats, they'll cut the line. Shout out to everyone who supports on Patreon. Always seeking more Patreon members. If you're interested in joining the Asmaniacs at a Knicks game in March, info is in the Discord. I got to hear from people who are confirmed who are going so I can let the powers that be know at the Garden that we're coming, baby. And with your ticket, it will include either pregame, shoot-around, warm-up access, or a picture on the court at the Garden after the game. Just depends how many total we get, so I'll let people know which one we'll have when I get that information. So join the Patreon, get in the Discord for a bunch of reasons, including if you're interested in joining us at that Knicks Asmaniac meetup in March. Shout out to David Atkins and Glenn Krima for being our 2 most recent Patreon subscribers. Robbie, are you ready for some calls on the final show of 2024?
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, first up today on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is none other than Bobby Midnight.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, J.K. Robbie.
Got my name? You forgot my name, Bobby.
What?
You forgot my name?
I said Robbie.
And it took a while, though. It took a while.
No, I said Robbie.
Okay. How's everything? How was your holiday?
Take a panties, Robbie. Okay, calm down. Take a break. Take a chill pill. I said hi, Robbie. So, good morning, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New
And
Year.
Michael loves you guys both, he said.
When's Michael going to start calling my show?
I know. I told him to. He should call your show. I told him to.
I know.
Say you should call Jake's show in the morning.
I know.
And he said he will. I don't know when. But good. So everything going good with you, Robbie?
Yes, I'm scrolling through the comments. There's Jets fans seem to be in a pretty festive, good mood today.
Yeah, well, thank God it's last week of the torture. But it's like 3 hours later. We got 3 hours more torture to wait for.
Mm-hmm. And at 4:15, right? It's the late one.
Yeah,
Now.
unfortunately.
4:25.
4:25.
I saw the funniest tweet the other day for someone. So I wish I remember who said it. I'd give them credit. Someone was like, God, I wish they were playing in London so we could just get this over with.
Yeah.
I know, right? Definitely. Hey, Robbie.
What's up, Bobby?
Everything's going good with me. I lost 16 pounds.
Nice. Good job.
How many days now, Jake? Am I doing it? Started on the 1st.
Yeah.
30
right.
days. Yeah, 30 days. So, Jake, can I do something for our friend Jay today?
Yes, it is 3 siblings, Jay. It's his
and
birthday.
Also a surprise one from yesterday.
Who's that?
You'll find out. I'll sing Jay's first, then I'll ask you a question, then I'll sing it for her.
You're singing 2 birthday songs here?
Yeah, one for your mother and one for Jay.
My mom's birthday was not yesterday.
Well, that's what Nick Shine said.
Well, Nick Shine clearly was messing with you, and you being the most gullible human to ever breathe the air fell for it.
Okay, well, I thought it was being nice. I'm sorry.
No, you're very nice, Bobby, but you got to start not taking everything at face value that Nick Shine says to you, or I say to you, or anyone.
Oh, no, you. I sometimes I don't trust you. Yeah.
You should.
Bobby, you know what you say? You say, "Go get your shine box." That's what you say to him.
Well, I'll say something else, but it's not appropriate for this channel.
Oh, okay.
Wait till my other show. Hey, Robbie, when you coming on my show? You ever been on there?
Oh,
I've never got an invite. I mean, what can I tell you?
It's the legend of Bobby Midnight. You can come on anytime you want.
So you're saying the door is always open, is what you're saying?
Yes. Your Andrew Fracco came on twice.
Oh.
Hanalone came on twice.
What's Andrew's last name? Bobby, what's Andrew's last name?
Fracco.
You call him Faracco?
Yeah, how you pronounce it?
It's Fialco.
Fialco. Okay, and I met his mother too. His mother even made a show on appearance on Jake's show.
Oh yeah.
So where have you been on my show?
I don't know. I get.
You better wake up and smell the coffee, boy.
They get
Your
nervous.
butt's gonna be on a stick, Sabo. Better be careful.
No, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm sticking with it.
I get nervous sometimes, Bobby. Like, you know.
Why? Come on, it's my show. I'll treat you like a king. Okay, come on.
You know, you get comfortable in one spot, and you know you don't want to expose yourself.
That's like a little girl's excuse.
Expose yourself to new surroundings.
Whoa! Yeah, just everyone calm down here, Bobby.
St. Jade's birthday.
All right, hey, you got to do this for me, okay? Because I'm a busy fella. You got to give me a specific date.
Any day you want. What's a good date opening for you? When do you have free time?
Never.
When is the next Olympics?
Oh yeah, right. Sure. Give me a break.
No, dude. Once the season ends, I'll hop on. Once we're in the off season,
that's what she said. Okay,
we'll talk about a little playoff football. How about that?
All right, that's fine. We talk about everything in my channel. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
Like it's gonna call.
Wide range of topics get discussed on the show. It's not just the Jets and butter.
Boxing, butter, everything. Okay, can I sing Jay's birthday for him?
Yes, go ahead. Sing for Jay. Mr. Mike Vrabel is mid. The great Jay. 3 siblings.
Hi, Jay. Just let me get some water.
Someone's not prepared for the moment here.
I just got to get water, okay? Okay, this is for you, Jay.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday.
Hold on. Start over. I'm going to give you time to clear your throat, all right? Get a reset. I'm going to play something, and then when it's going to give you 10 seconds to prepare and then start singing, all right?
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Okay, ready. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jay. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a great day. And we're going to have a long show today. We're going to party till 5 o'clock in the morning. Have a good day. How's that?
Tremendous.
Okay, Jay liked it in the chat.
Yeah, Jay loved
Hey,
it.
you didn't read my month
Whose birthday is it?
thing. You send the month that you get my thing yet?
I did. I read it earlier. We acknowledged. I said Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, and I said Happy New Year to you too, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think we need to say Happy New Year twice. It's already been said.
Oh.
Why do I keep seeing Addison in the comments? Who is this Addison?
It's Bobby's co-host.
My co-host. Yes, he's from California. Remember, you saw that game I fell down on my butt? That was his birthday. That was his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Went to meet him in person. I was so excited.
Yep.
Okay, you guys, do you think I lost weight, Robbie? The way you think I look?
You look a little fitter, trimmer.
I feel better, baby. All that butter I'm eating.
If you look good, you feel good, you dress better, you look, you're on the right track here, Bobby.
Good. My feet feel great. Okay.
Nice.
Jake, I know you have other people, so I'll let you go.
Ladies
I
and
love
gentlemen,
you guys. Enjoy.
Later, Bobby. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Bobby Midnight.
Well, I love the Yankees and the Jets, and to read the Super Chats are more than just a hat. Bobby.
What a moment in time.
It's very few things could match what we just saw.
Hawk is gifted 1 channel membership. Hawk is the leader of the Zach Wilson Coalition. He's now in the raffle. And Hawk, I'll tell you what, if you do win, you will be the only one that will actually win the Zach Wilson autographed trading card that I have here for you. All right? You're the only one. Everyone else whose name gets called, if they win something, will get a real prize. You'll get the Zach Wilson prize because that's your guy. Robbie, do you potentially have time for one more call?
Oh, come on now. I'll never say no to a call.
All right. I'll stay on for everyone else. We got a lot still to discuss. Kyle Clifton's up next. Hey, Kyle.
What's up, guys? How are you?
What's up, Kyle?
Good call this morning on radio, Kyle. I recognize the voice.
I was struggling with a cold. I think your producer wanted to strangle me offline. He was like, "Who do you want to talk about? Cowden?" Like it was a little awkward, but I'm glad that he was able to get it onto the screen. So I don't think that we are good enough to kind of turn up our nose at any of these coaches that might be looking for a second run, whether it's Nagy, whether it's Arthur Smith. There might be guys that we like better than others, but it doesn't hurt us to talk to them. Like people are losing their minds that we sat down with Riverboat Ron. That's what you do. You're sharpening your interview skills. You're seeing what's out there as far as the mindset in the league. This is a guy who's had, some degree of success. You realize he may not be your first choice. You're basically swapping ideas. You're sharpening your interview skills. He's sharpening his interview skills. It's something that, even if we have Vrabel come in, say, this weekend, we may have him back again, depending on how much patience he has with us. But the guy that I mentioned this morning on air, Ryan Cowden, that's the guy that Albert Breer was touting as his possible GM pick. I wasn't able to hear your answer, Jake, because I was actually hiding in my office from the family because they came down early. I know that he hasn't been the guy before, but apparently he's very highly thought of, and he's been with some successful franchises.
Yep.
I don't really care.
I'm in. My answer was if that's who Vrabel wants, great, make it happen. And you'll know if that's his guy this go around again if the Jets request him to interview him because he's employed by the Giants right now. So you got to request, but it's a promotion, so the Giants are going to honor it and have to let him speak if they keep Shane.
Yeah, I don't care really who it is, as long as they are a workable lockstep duo. So if it's Mike Borgonzi and Matt Nagy, because they have a comfortable relationship from Kansas City, have at it. It might not be our first choice. Obviously, we'd probably rather it be Vrabel and his GM of choice or one of his top 2 or 3 candidates. But it's not going to hurt us to talk to these people. We have a head start on this process, and we've got to get this right. This is the most important hires we're going to make probably in my lifetime because I can't go through this anymore. I've been a Jet fan from the early '80s, and this is preposterous. This year sucked.
Awful.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Feel better,
right.
man. Happy
Have
New
a good
Year.
one.
I mean, look, if Vrabel says that's the guy I want to work with, then I'm in. Like that's the
Yes. If Vrabel is the hire and he wants to come here, he's got as much free reign as humanly possible. That's the bottom line, and that includes Aaron Rodgers, by the way. I mean, the Jets fans who are anti-Rodgers right now. What if Vrabel comes in and says, "Hey, the big reason why I'm here is because I want Rodgers"? What are you gonna say? Get the hell out of town? I don't think so.
I'd be a little surprised. I think it would have to be on a significant contract pay cut.
Oh,
for Vrabel,
that's without saying. He's absolutely taken it. And Rodgers already knows it. He already said it out loud because his productivity doesn't match what that is. He's already done it in the past, and if he wants to play again, that's what he's gonna have to do. By the way, I saw the Samini interview. What was it, 2 weeks now, where he said 10 or 20%.
Mhm.
I agree with my gut is saying Rodgers won't be back. But I think it's more it's closer to 50-50 because it's easy to envision a world where he takes his sweet time and whoever it is, Vrabel or the Jets, just move on.
That, and I don't even know if he wants to play. Like, I could see him retiring too.
Yes. Oh yeah. He does a guy like that have to have that competitive, I want to stomp you out and just, drool on you. Yes. And he wants to prove everybody wrong still, I guarantee you. But he's also that type of guy who, you could just see him walking away and never being seen for 50 years. It's hard to believe with all the media stuff he likes to put out there, but he's a unique guy. So you could see both with certainty.
I'm with you. Robby, Happy New Year to you. And I appreciate you hopping on all year long. The Jake Asman Jet X partnership will continue into 2025. And for the love of God, can we talk about more wins in 2025 than we have this year? Because I can't do it anymore.
Is get a general in town. The troops always need a general, and they haven't had one in so long. It's beyond absurd.
Robby, all the love. Happy New Year.
All right. Later, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Robby Sabo, Jets X Factor. Read his work there. Read the whole team there. Promo code Asman for your Jet X membership discounted. Support Robby. Support the team there. They do good work. And they're not like a lot of the other outlets that you guys always complain about. So we try to provide people on the show that are from outlets I think do a really good job. And Robby's at the forefront of that. A couple of things we got to get to here. First things first, we say thank you to Mimosa, who won one of the Super Bowl rings yesterday. Mimosa, I will send that out to you after the New Year's. So congrats to you on that again. And thank you for gifting another 5 memberships for your chance to win more prizes, baby. Why not? The hat, the mini helmet. We got more stuff. Mimosa, thank you. Bang! Bang! Here we go. 5 from Mimosa. Mint Diggity. Michael Hutchins, Tamarok's Treehouse, Jet Life, and David K. All receiving channel memberships courtesy of Mimosa. Every raffle entry with your name on it comes from gifting a membership. Snowball wants to know why Vrabel over Flores. I just think Vrabel has a better resume. Longer track record. Flores struggled hiring offensive coordinators. He went through 3 in 3 years. Mike Vrabel hired 2 of them that did such a good job they became head coaches. I like Flores too. If I can't get Vrabel and you told me the Jets had Flores, I'd be good with it. I like Brian Flores. I think he's what they need. JT wants to know, did you catch my membership at the start of the show? I shouted you out, JT. I did. Thank you again, man. I got you down for the raffle. Don't you worry. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. I want to continue taking your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot still to talk about. I'll get into the DJ Reed comments as well. Quite frankly, I can just get into it right now. I don't have a ton to say. I don't really care, right? DJ Reed saying, oh, he's ready for free agency. Like, he's burnt out. He's done. He wasn't going to be here anyway. They extended Michael Carter, and they got to pay Sauce. So we knew DJ Reed was going to walk. DJ Reed's pissed that he wasn't traded at the deadline. The problem was, right before the trade deadline, the Jets won that game against Houston, and then they just didn't do anything. They just held firm. I don't think they were going to get a ton for DJ Reed, but I think DJ Reed thought he was going to get traded. I think that's what happened. So, whatever. I mean, DJ Reed, you have more penalties this year than you do interceptions and pass defenses. So, and I like DJ Reed. That's actually been a good free agent signing overall for Douglas. But, it is what it is. I mean, he's checked out, all right. A Bills reporter asked him if, about his future with the Jets, and he's like, I'm ready for free agency. I want to see what's next. I'm like, all right, we'll see you later. I mean, we knew going in he wasn't going to be here anyway. So, whatever. It's one game left. Like, do I care? No. We know the Jets have an issue in that building. They need someone that can lead, get buy back in from the players. Harbaugh did it in a year with the Chargers. Dan Quinn did it in a year with the Commies. Sean Payton did it in 2. He had to get rid of Russell Wilson first to get his own guy, And guess what? They're going to probably make the playoffs. D'Amico did it in one when he got to Houston his first year. So, like, that's what they need. That's where we're at right now. All right, more of your calls coming up. A lot of you want in on the conversation, including some absolute elite Asmaniacs on the line right now. A who's who, if you will, of Asmaniacs you want in on the conversation. And we'll get to all that and more. But first, I play this.
Breaking sports news just in from the Jake Asman Show. Some tragic news to report is one of Jake's regular callers who goes by the name Dirty may have made his last call into the critically acclaimed show. Mr. Dirty, who can be seen here during one of his previous calls, continues to make the unfortunate choice to call in from his truck. Now, I must warn you, what you are about to see is very disturbing. If there are children close by, ask them to leave the room or perhaps look away from your tiny phone screen.
Back to the calls we go. Dirty is up next on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Dirty, what do you got for us?
Oh, hey, Jake. Dirty, you hear me? I got to talk loud, man. I'm driving like a bat out of hell trying to make this delivery. Hey, the Jets, their rosters are stacked from the top to bottom. I don't see how they don't make the playoffs. And, they're just what the hell is this?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Gator's ridiculous. That is so good. I couldn't tell. I'm like, why does Dirty's setup look different? And then I was like, oh, maybe he's holding the camera a different way today. Oh, my God. Then I'm thinking, why would he be working on a Sunday? And by then it was too late. I realized what was happening. That was perfection. I don't think I have anything else to add. I mean, I don't. Oh, my God. That was so good. That was the best Gator impersonation yet. I tip my cap to you, Gator. Job well done. Oh, my God. Hopefully Dirty's watching it. He sees that.
Oh, that was just awful. I can report that Mr. Dirty is recovering, and I was able to visit him at the emergency room.
Hey, Dirty, how you feeling, man?
Just to let you know, my truck is repaired and I'm back on the road. Shouts out to Gator for visiting me in the ICU. So how about that? Wait a second. You haven't seen it.
No, no.
I need you to pull over to the side of the road right now. I took a call from you thinking it was you. It was not. It was Gator driving your truck. And let's just say you got into a bit of an accident. All right. And I'm going to leave it at that because I need your reaction to it. Okay.
Gator, I already know you did a good job, but
well, wait a second. You might not like the ending of the clip. That's all I'm going to say.
I can take a joke better than anybody in this world, so I am fine with it. This show has brought nothing but goodness to everybody's life.
What the hell is this? Oh.
Incredible. Shout out to Dirty. What a moment that was back in the day. Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Here's a question I have. All right, I did this on radio today, right? I talked about the best and worst sports moments in New York sports for 2024. Then I also asked my producer, Ray, who normally works on DiPietro and Rothenberg with Dave and Rick, who I'm filling in for these last 2 weeks, what was the best moment of the DiPietro and Rothenberg program? So I'm going to ask the same question, but on my show here. This is what I do for a living. What was the best moment in the Asmaniac universe this past year on the show? Best moment, favorite moment in 2024 from the Jake Asman Show. That's the question. Write it in the chat. Let me know. Rex Ryan in the house. Hey, Rex. Good to talk to you yesterday. Good to make the paper with you. We made the back page, baby. This is us. For Ben Johnson fans, just remember one of his mentors is Adam Gase. That is true. That doesn't mean that Ben Johnson won't be a good coach. But you're not wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're tuned in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And who's to say this phone call right now won't create a moment that we'll talk about as the best moment in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he no sleeping. Adios mio.
Hello, V-Man.
What's up, Jake? How we doing?
V-Man, congrats on winning a merch item. I see that you sent me the message that you want a Jake Asman black snapback hat, so I will send that out your way today.
Thanks, man. Well, you know, obviously you see my bottom tag. I think all Jets fans and just New York sports in general can agree with that statement.
I would agree that we all would agree with that statement. Yes.
Yeah. No. With this, with Mike Grable finally officially available to talk to. Do you know if the Jets have actually scheduled a meeting with him yet, or is it not, or not yet?
Hasn't been reported that they have.
But I got to imagine they're gonna with you. I agree with you with if Stefanski gets shakes loose of Cleveland, which would be incredibly stupid of the Browns. But then again, it is the Browns, so they're also known for doing stupid things. And Jimmy Haslam is a volatile owner who is dumb enough to do that move. I would grab him also because, like I said, 2-time Coach of the Year in Cleveland. In Cleveland, we're talking Cleveland, a team that matches the Jets in futility. The only team that can match the Jets in futility, they can actually not match, outdo the Jets because we've never gone winless. So they have outdone us in the level of sheer futility.
Mm-hmm. Now, V-Man,
So,
let's get to what we really have to cover now with you, all right? People are dying to know. What is V-Man doing for New Year's Eve?
Not doing anything, just spending the night at home. I don't go do crazy things for New Year's, you know. I haven't been to a New Year's party in years. That's years, you know. It's just
stay
hard.
Up to midnight?
Probably, yeah. You know, I remember when the show started off, I think it was Curly mentioned that it feels like an eternity ago we were just coming out of that Patriots win. And I remember that night. Stadium was lit up, all those green and white wristbands just flashing. It was like the Jets put the pounding on the pads. Bad Bunny just dropped his new track I was listening to on the way back.
Who did?
Bad Bunny.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it was it's called Una Veleta. It's a song basically about the whole Hurricane Maria and all the misery and, you know, that happened, that awful, you know, when that awful storm pounded Puerto Rico. And
now, V-Man, a lot of people in the chat are saying their favorite moment of the year in the show was Poopgate. Care to comment?
No comments on it.
Really? Nothing at all?
Yeah, no. I guess I've said what is needed to be said on it. There's nothing further needed to be said.
So you still maintain that you were not pooping when you called in on that fateful day?
100%. Someone's asking, what's a Bad Bunny? And another person's your friend. No, I am not friends with Bad Bunny. I was just listening to the song on Spotify, like on the drive back. That's all. And for the person asking who is Bad Bunny, he's basically the biggest Puerto Rican music artist right now. Just like think about like how Ricky Martin was big in the early 2000s. Bad Bunny is that big right now.
Did you call him Mr. Bunny?
No.
Like if you met him in public, what would you say to him? Do you call him Bad? Do you call him Bad Bunny? Do you call him Mr. Bunny?
I probably call him Benito because that's his name.
Ah.
Yeah,
I'd argue one of my favorite moments this year was when you were on the campaign trail.
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You're a political clown show. That's what you are. Have you ever seen a Green Party activist knock on your door? I haven't.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
That was an interesting moment. That someone pulled that up from one of my Twitter clips.
What do you mean someone?
That was
There was
always
one
a funny
guy who
moment.
did that.
I can't remember. It was a Gator pulled that. Gator dug into my Twitter feed and found that. Shut it, Alan. Shut it, Alan.
Uh-oh, what did
And I
Alan
feel
say?
bad right now. He goes 3 straight calls that I'm mentioning. I wasn't the one who even started. The first person to actually mention Puerto Rico in the chat was Rick Kent talking about the power outage right now. The entire island's without power going for New Year's Eve. Sucks. I feel bad for my cousins.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no. I hope they're all right. I hope nothing bad happens. It's like it's Puerto Rico, so anything that can go wrong there will go wrong. Sad. Because they have people they have dumber people than the Jets running the show down there. That's how dumb the people are running the show. Yeah, I think I think the Jets have better management than Puerto Rico does, and that's saying something. That's how bad it is down there. Yeah, but like I said, with the coaching hires, like I said, I'm personally a Vrabel guy. I'm just hoping to get this season over. I would love to play spoiler with Miami, just because I just want to be able to tweet that GIF again. I've probably mentioned it before, but every time the Dolphins go another season without a playoff win, I always send this GIF of Bill Clinton playing a saxophone to remind them they haven't won a playoff game since the Clinton administration.
You got him. I mean, you got him there.
I mean, that is just because that is hilarious. Because I mean, you can talk about the Jets not making the playoffs in 2010, but at least our last playoff game is in high definition.
That's true. You make a salient point there, V-Man.
Yeah, I know. It's just, oh my God! I just want the season to be over with. So I got to ask you, right? With the season pretty much wrapped up, who is your dog? Who do you actually want to see compete in the Super Bowl, and who do you want to see win the Super Bowl?
I'd be happy if the Lions won. I'd be happy if Sam won with the Vikings. I'd love to see anyone besides Buffalo win. I don't want the Chiefs to win again.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a hard. Yeah, no, that's a hard situation for me too. It's like I definitely would like to see the lovable losers, whether it's the Vikings or the Lions, win. The problem is like you don't want to see the Bills win, but when you look at it realistically, they're the only team that probably stands a lick of a chance of actually upseating the Chiefs. Because I don't like the Broncos seem too young. The Texans are just making the playoffs by default because their division's terrible.
There's 3 teams in the AFC that can get to the Super Bowl: Kansas City, Buffalo, and Baltimore, and that's it.
They're probably Baltimore. It's like probably like I said, with Baltimore, it's like the thing is, can they finally get over the hump? Because it's Lamar Jackson's always been great in the regular season. In the playoffs, he just wilts in the playoffs.
He does.
Can he just like get his act together and just finally put together that solid playoff performance when it matters?
Well, V-Man, I want to thank you for being a part of the show this past year. You provide a lot of great moments. And to honor what you bring to the table, we take you back to what many are calling one of the more controversial incidents in the history of the Jake Asman program. Hello, V-Man.
It's just this. I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say this again. This is just the media being the media.
V-Man, it is tough to listen to football takes from you when it appears like you're sitting on the toilet taking a crap. I hope you're not.
No, I'm not.
All right, that's good to know. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just getting myself ready for the day.
Where are you right now?
Yeah, yes, you're right. I'm in my bathroom. I was just finished brushing my teeth.
So you are in the bathroom?
Yeah.
So there is a possibility that you were just crapping.
No. No, I'm not.
I don't know, V-Man. This is it's not exactly a very convincing case we have going on right now.
No, look. Okay, let's just get back to this because
I don't know if we can. I don't think we can.
Look. All right. Just get back to talking football. It's not about giving you news. Like I said, the key is just avoiding the bull crap.
If anyone knows about bull crap, I would say it would be you, V-Man.
All right. Okay, yeah.
I think we have a real controversy, V-Man. They're already calling this poopgate in the comments.
No.
He stinks.
I swear to may God strike me down right now with lightning. I was not using the toilet.
All right. Look, V-Man, you never steered me wrong before. I think you do have to acknowledge, though, the evidence was not great for you.
Yeah, no, I should have waited till I was like finished.
That would make sense.
Was what I said wrong?
I don't know what you said. I was just focused on the idea that you called in live from taking a crap.
Well, basically that, the media doesn't give a crap about giving you the media doesn't care.
Taking a crap. Oh yeah.
Okay, the media doesn't care about giving you the honest stories anymore. All it does is about chasing trendy hot takes to get you to click on their videos or their art or their internet articles so that they can generate ad revenue and make money.
V-Man, is it true that you have a bidet?
No. Can we get off the bathroom stuff? No, I want to. Do you agree my take is accurate?
I think it's a crappy take.
Am I accurate with what I said?
You know what? I've had a crap day. Let me think about it.
That's the end of that V-Man call. Now he can go back to sleeping.
That right there is what makes this show a show. Anyone can give jet takes. Not every YouTube channel has a V-Man live from the John. You can't make it up, folks. V-Man, you might need to change the name. Gonzo says, V-Man, how about a courtesy flush? Ryan says, we just need to wipe this Rogers story clean. Snowball, V-Man is not full of bleep anymore. Jay says, V-Man is full of crap. Well, not anymore, Jay.
I got a suggestion for V-Man if he's waiting online. When I go to the bathroom, I turn the camera off and the microphone off. So that's a suggestion for.
You hear that, V-Man?
Turn off your camera and your mic. So
V-Man?
I'll say it again. I was not on the toilet.
You stand by it.
I was getting myself ready. The lid was down. I was just sitting on the lid.
So, but you were sitting on the toilet.
But not using it.
This is actually, I don't think, helping your case, V-Man, because earlier you didn't say that you were sitting on the toilet at all. Now you're saying you were sitting on the toilet, and I find it hard to believe you weren't using the toilet.
I'm a terrible liar, so if I was lying, you would know it.
What are your thoughts on people saying your calls are all gas, no brakes?
That's fine. That's real rich. You're like, Mendo un cocotazo. Give me un cocotazo.
What?
Someone in the chat will translate what un cocotazo means.
Is Todd Bowles your favorite coach?
Come on, no.
Come on. Do you think you're doing a good job trying to wipe this controversy away?
We just stop with the toilet buns. You want to know what?
V-Man, would you say this is a stain on your legacy?
We just knock this off for like.
To be fair to the chat, you got to let us get it out of our system for at least a day.
But I'll put this on the record so people know my position.
About famous.
No. People have asked me. People people see my Puerto Rican T-shirts.
I don't think anyone's asking you about your position today. I think they're asking you about Poopgate.
I was not using the bathroom. Also, on my position in Puerto Rico.
V-Man, thank you for the time today. You want to talk about controversies with the Jets? Rodgers missing 2 practices in June. That's not a real story. V-Man and Poopgate, maybe the biggest story involving the Jets besides Reddick's contract right now. Let's be real.
That's what I do when I have to go to the bathroom.
What a call there. Here's the question I have for you, V-Man. A lot of people have been speculating on this Poopgate situation. Do you have any further comments on it?
No, I do not have any further comments on it. All right, can we? All right, I cannot focus with those sound effects. I cannot concentrate on the bass line with the sound effects.
That's you making that noise.
Please, I don't. What are you, my mother?
Your mom makes fart sound effects?
I'm not going to play. It's probably best that I don't do it.
Well, this call got weird. V-Man, thank you very much for the time.
All right.
Is V-Man originally from Flushing, Queens? What a moment. Oh, that was great. I haven't watched that in a long time. Back in June, Rodgers minicamp. That wasn't a controversy. Poopgate with V-Man, that certainly was. What a moment in 2024. Shout out to V-Man. That's why when we get to March and we talk about as Maniacs making a run, you run into V-Man early, it's going to be tough for you to advance. V-Man could easily be a 1 seed. Easily. Problem is, there's only 4 1 seeds. Could V-Man be a 2? Someone's going to be a 2 that we're going to be like, what? I don't know. Honestly, it could be this guy.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, child! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, child!
Hey, Jake, how are you?
Is that a mustache?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Charles. It looks good.
Thank you.
You got a little like facial hair underneath the lip too?
Yeah. Yeah, I just shaved most of my facial hair, which was important for me. Anyway, as for the whole Rex Ryan versus Bill Parcells thing, I don't understand why Jet fans would hate Parcells. He turned this around. He made us relevant and respectable in the late 1990s. So what if he wasn't perfect and good in other areas? He's still one of the greatest coaching icons in NFL history.
Who's bashing Parcells?
You said there's a lot of Jet fans that hate Parcells and more Jet fans that love Rex Ryan.
I don't think I used the word hate. I just think there's a lot of Jet fans that Parcells is obviously a phenomenal coach, and what he did with the Jets is amazing. I think Robbie used the word maybe hate. I don't know if I don't think Jet fans hate Parcells. It's just we're more loyal to Rex. Rex wanted to be here. Parcells left as quickly as he could.
Well, he did the same with the Giants and with the Patriots and with after I think he got let go from the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I think when Parcells said he was done coaching and then he goes back and coaches for Jerry Jones in Dallas a couple of years later, I think that annoyed people.
Parcells was never known for having a good personality, so it is what it is.
Hey, he won.
But he's a great coach. That's all I give a shit about. Anyway, look, about the DJ Reed comments too. Look, I understand from a player perspective, he's frustrated. He's been here since 2022. He was part of 2 winning organizations, the 49ers and the Seahawks, and now he comes to us, and even though he's been a pretty good player for us, it hasn't really contributed much to winning, which sucks, believe me. But part of me does feel bad for DJ Reed because I think he's a good player and a good guy. It's just, a player can only take so much. He's only human.
He's not going to be here next year. He's known it.
I know
known it all year that the odds were stacked against DJ Reed remaining with the Jets.
I know he wasn't going to come back, but still, you kind of feel bad for the guy that he wanted to win with us, and it hasn't come to fruition.
I mean, I feel bad for us fans.
I feel bad for us fans more. Don't get me wrong, because we will drop. We're the type of people that will drop dead for this team. You know what I'm saying?
Would you drop dead for this team?
I would, yes.
How would that work, though? You would drop dead for the team, but then you wouldn't know what happens after that.
In my spirit form, I wouldn't. I would.
So walk me through this. What would be the scenario where you would drop dead for the Jets?
I don't know. I just drop dead in my ghostly form, watch the Jets from the skies above, and curses at them whenever they don't do well, cheers for them when they do well, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you,
I don't want mozzarella, Mom. Don't thank you.
Oh, hold on. Now we have to talk.
What?
About this. Oh.
Yeah, I said I don't want mozzarella. That's what I said. I'll be right back.
Whenever you're ready, Charles. Ma, the meatloaf. I'd die for the Jets, Mom.
She gave me a slice of mozzarella.
How was it?
I love mozzarella.
How come you didn't eat it on the air? You show it off, show and tell.
I chose not to.
Was that your lunch?
No, just a little something, little snack, I guess. Anyway, just want to wish you and your family a happy, healthy, and safe new year. I'm going to be doing one of my shows soon. So, peace out, Jake.
That's it? You're done?
Yeah. Just want to come on here.
I have more questions for you.
Okay, what's the other question?
Well, before you rudely left us, Charles, I was asking you about if you were to die for the Jets, right? And I said, well, how would you watch the team then? And you said you'd watch it from above, right? How's the sound system above? Like surround sound? Like break it down for us.
Everything. Surround sound. Everything. Bluetooth, everything.
Now, how long are you going to keep the stash going for? Do you think this is going to be a new look for you? 2025?
Did you hear me? I don't know. I'm thinking I'll shave it eventually, but
I think you should keep it.
I'll think about it. Any more questions?
Fair. Yeah, there's a couple questions from the audience if you have any time.
Fine, sure.
Rick Kent wants to know, did Mom make the cheese?
No, she bought mozzarella.
I see.
She's making ziti, I think.
Yeah, but Rick Kent wanted to know what you had for lunch.
I had a good breakfast. I didn't have lunch yet, but I had a good breakfast. I had a plain bagel with cream cheese and jelly stuffed inside.
John Gotti says that his mustache was thicker than that in 6th grade.
Appreciate it, John Gotti. Thank you.
Dan wants to know, did V-Man cut the cheese?
No.
Tom A says, Charles just stamped his #1 rank, in my opinion. Do you think this call, Charles, will get you #1 for December?
I have no idea about that, but I appreciate the support, Tom Ace. Have a good day at work, Dad.
Bye, Dennis.
My dad's going to work at Target, so. Anyways, I'm going to go to do my show soon. Right now. Have a good day, everybody.
Why don't we simulcast? Let's do a show together. Charles, no, he's gone. I was about to ask a great question from Johnny Boy. Charles, are you taking any hot broads out tonight, showing them around town and bedroom? Hey, now. I mean, Johnny, you know the answer to that. Have you seen Charles with women? Yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Charles Gorman, everybody. One of the greats. There's so many great moments that Charles provides from the show. I don't know if I could just pick one. I mean, I have so many clips from Charles.
Excuse me.
That didn't even happen on the show, but that's the one I get asked the most about. When I saw that, I knew we needed that as a drop on this program. But Charles has provided laughter, that he's the best. And Charles came to the Asmaniac meetup over the summer. For those who did the training camp one, we did at Don Jose's. That was amazing. The Charles Gorman interview we did before he got in the Uber, people still talk about that to this day. Just incredible. And who could forget? Nick Shine and Charles Gorman, produced by Gator McCluskey, coming together to give us this gem this summer.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Super a spider or even a bat, got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. Like takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop, nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop ours. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Los calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
Yeah. What a moment that was, huh? For those new to the show, welcome. All right. You missed a lot. I've been doing this for 4 years now. Have yet to sniff a winning season, so you got to be creative around these parts. Thankfully, we have the best listeners in all of sports. Make it all possible. So many Charles clips. I could literally do a 4-hour show just playing Charles moments, but check out the best of the Jake Asman show on the channel if you want some more of those. Let's say hello right now to the Hamburger who's next on the hotline. What's up, Hamburger?
Morning, Jake. Happy New Year. All good afternoon now. Good afternoon.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. Got any big plans today, Jake?
Not really, man. I mean, I'm going to a party later, but I'm on the radio at 8 tomorrow, so I'm not going to be getting too crazy.
Yeah, I got to keep it easy. I got to take the kids upstate to my in-laws, and then me and the wife are going to go out on Bell Boulevard here in Queens and maybe stay until New Year's, but probably end up getting home earlier and just having New Year's here.
Do you live in Queens? I didn't realize that. I thought you were Long Island for some reason.
No, Bayside, Queens.
Bayside, very nice.
Yeah, I'm right by Fort Totten.
So door to door, how fast can you get to Citi Field?
7 minutes.
Amazing. Yeah, you're gonna be at 1,000 games this year.
Yeah, I go all the time. That's why it's just a no-brainer for us to get season tickets for the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
We have a brick there and everything else, so it's always fun, family fun there. That's for sure.
Awesome. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to say, Happy New Year's to everybody, all the Asmaniacs and everybody. And man, I missed out on a lot on this show being so new to it. There's so many good clips, so many good guys that are going to be able to be on the Asmaniac top 4. I know for me, I won't crest anywhere near that, but just to be even mentioned in the monthly ones is an honor to be on the show. So, but man, I think for me, the best thing that I've seen so far since I've been on the show might have to be Bonesy's Salesman. That's one since I've been on, and definitely Buttergate has been.
Oh yeah, it's still going. It's still happening.
It's still going, man. I mean, I wasn't around for all the other stuff, but the Buttergate just keeps pumping alive, man. It never goes away. So, but listen, everybody, a happy New Year's. Just wanted to come on and say hello, and I'm gonna go get ready to take my kids upstate and take a shower and get ready. But you guys enjoy the new year. 2025 hopefully is a little better for us. And one other thing, if you start Game 5 of the World Series tonight, I think it's at like 10:26 and 44 seconds.
You make the joke. Get out of here, your Aaron Judge, the ball drop joke. Nice try. Get out of here. Get out of here. I will tell you, though, I did have Terry Collins on my radio show this morning, and he was awesome, so check that out. Sam Aiken, Super Chat. Thank you, Sam. Happy New Year. What do you think of completing our O-line this offseason? Steve Wilkes is DC. Yeah, I like the idea of a former head coach being the DC, especially if they have a first-time coach. I'm open to that. Yeah, Wilkes is a good DC. Very good DC. Honestly, probably should have got the Carolina job when it opened up. And Frank Reich ended up getting it, and Wilkes did a good job. Like, he was the interim, and they won. What do I think about completing the O-line? I mean, I would bring back Morgan Moses on a one-year deal and draft someone that's eventually going to take over after that. I'm keeping the same 5 guys together. When the 5 guys are out there this year with Olu at left tackle, they were good, especially in pass protection. Get a real O-line coach, a real run game coordinator, and let's really get back to utilizing the strength of this team, which should be Breece Hall being a bell cow for the offense with Braylon Allen now and Isaiah Davis. Sam has gifted 5 channel memberships, folks. This is what it's all about. Bang! Bang! Now, let's see if I can get Sam's memberships. We might be too far gone in the chat. Yeah, it's not coming up. But if you got one from Sam, make sure you thank him. He's in the raffle for another 5 tickets with that. So, Sam, appreciate you. Kyle Clifton has gifted another channel membership. Kyle, we will get you back in the raffle. We'll get you down for another one. Appreciate that. Cincy Matt goes, I'll never forget that first lane call. That first lane call happened in 2023, though, so technically not this year, but it was the end of last season. Such a great moment, though. Love the lane train. One of the greats. He called the day the Jets beat the Commies in December of last year, so it's basically a year. Just after a year, our first ever call from the lane train. And Lane, I would argue, maybe was a part of the most incredible saga in the history of our show. Draft prospect, two-way player Knoble and his rise to fame. That was all Lane scouting him and identifying him as a guy that NFL teams were taking notice of. But it all began a little more than a year ago when this happened on the show. Let's go to Lane, who's up next. Hello, Lane.
Hey, oh, hi.
Hello, Lane.
How is everything? Yes?
You're on the air, Lane.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Lane.
Hi. So, yeah, I'm happy about the way the Jets played today. And, you know, they moved the ball and they did great. Look, okay. I mean, I know it was raining out. Did you see the game?
No, I didn't watch it. What happened?
Well, they won. And the other team lost.
Lane, thank you. Come on, man. It can't be a real call. Lane, call back anytime, man. The Jets won today, by the way, folks. I don't know if you guys saw the game. You guys know when the Lane train calls in, this show could go anywhere, so buckle up. What's up, Lane Kerner?
Zach Wilson is not going to come back. Why don't you think he's going to sign still with the Jets? Is it because he's not good?
He stinks!
Oh, stinks? Yeah, same feeling.
The guy is terrible!
I said announce the draft picks.
Lane, I want you to announce a Jets pick. That would make my
Yeah,
life.
I mean, who am I going to pick, though, for the draft? On the 2022 draft pick, the pick goes to Knoble out of college. Then they tell you who the players are from, and their families get excited. You sign him, he should be good going into week 1. Yeah, I know a lot of the football.
That was amazing. I love you, Lane. You're the best. What a draft pick. Lane, you are a national treasure. My favorite part is when he goes, the 2022 draft. Lane, you're the best. I can't wait for this draft. I can't wait for draft season this go around with Lane.
On the 2022 draft pick, the pick goes to Knoble out of college.
It's just amazing. Lane, you're the best. We're 6 away for 300 likes. Hit the like button if you haven't. It's easy. It's free. Subscribe to the channel, more importantly. We hit over 40,000 this year, which is nuts for a team that hasn't been to the playoffs in 14 years. You imagine what would happen if the Jets actually were good for once? Imagine what that would look like. I can't because I don't know what it would look like, but I'd imagine it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be more fun than hanging out with Rob and Neil at lunch.
Jake, this is for you and the Asmaniacs. We're here. Christmas cheer to all. And bring back Aaron freaking Rodgers.
And then go over here with the video, look. And say we're at a special table. Look, the table has... There it is.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Philly Noodles is up next. Hello, Philly.
That chicken over pasta moment. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. That caused a lot of drama for a long time in this program.
Man. Yeah, Rob's been going through it recently, most of his calls. It's kind of funny. He hasn't called him a little bit.
I think he called yesterday or 2 days ago. He did call somewhat recently.
Damn. Yeah, I missed it. Yeah, Rob's good. He's a good guy. It's a little funny what's going on with him. But you know what I realized? I never burnt that Buffalo Bill. I had all those animals to burn. I never burnt the Buffalo Bill, and we got pretty burnt. I don't know if that's, any correlation, but
I don't know if it would have mattered.
No, people in the chat were like, stop doing it. I still got the same dolphin to reburn on Friday, Fireman Ed Cole, if he's on. That's a religious thing I got to do. It's with DJ Reed, it is what it is. The writing was on the wall. It is what it is. But I kind of feel now, beside Mason Graham, now glaring need will have to be a cornerback somewhere. Whether, you can pick one off free agency. The safety's available. I don't know about too many cornerbacks coming up. I feel like, we need that defense-orientated coach that's going to have to come in, period, in the story. Because that's what lacked harder this year. Besides, Aaron having his physical issues a little bit.
They need a leader, whether it's an offense, the right leader could get this team straightened out. To me, the defense shouldn't be this bad.
It's fucking crazy.
We saw Salah get fired and the defense collapsed. It shows you how involved Salah was in the defense. There's talent on this defense. They could be a top 10 defense next year with the right coach.
And it makes me feel if you were a Salah, a little better than Salah away from a more winning season, and Ulbrich was just miserably bad at his job, it means Salah really carried the weight throughout all these seasons recently.
I tried to tell people this. I tried to tell people this. It was anything good, it's all Ulbrich, and anytime something bad with the defense, it was Salah. And I had heard from people, and I could say it now, but the blow up after the Bengals game in 2022 with Quinn and Aaron White. Salah took over game planning and defensive play calls from that moment on. And I'm under the assumption he continued with that through that entire season, which I know that to be true. And I'm pretty sure he did it for last year too, which makes sense because this year he's not doing it anymore and the defense is completely falling apart.
100%. And it sucks because, part of the locker room could have got lost the way Sauce and DJ, or Sauce was talking about, right when he was gone. They were like, damn, especially certain guys like Quincy. Not like you've seen it out of Quincy, but he heavily relied on Quincy. And then Mosley went down.
Sauce looked like a sad puppy. Like he lost his it was such a mess. And Robert Saleh was not a great head coach, but he will be a defensive coordinator for someone in 5 minutes this offseason if he wants to do it.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, and I wanted to tap into that Ron Rivera. It's like, man, it's one of those takes where it could end up happening. Let's say they sit down with Rex and there's something just doesn't click for some reason, and Vrabel walks elsewhere for some reason. Rivera sits there with experience, whether he's lost recently, and it's like, oh man, it'll feel a little weird for us fans, without a doubt. We'll feel a little slighted because at that point, Aaron Glenn,
weird, bro. You can't hire Ron Rivera. You can't. Yeah, come on.
I know they're doing the whole pool, and they're just gonna, it's scary though. He's a part of that.
He could be an assistant. He could be a DC on someone's staff for the Jets. If they hire Liam Cohen, let's say, and they want a seasoned veteran defensive coordinator to help them, I could see that, but he can't be the head coach.
Yeah, I felt that yesterday. It was in the chats in one of your shows yesterday, and I was thinking about it. I was like, man, if Greenberg from Long Island, Jets fan, Cohen, and a DC, you'll have the offense cooking, and you might have the defense, going. So that's an option if Rabel hits, it doesn't hit the way we want it to. But I don't know. Happy New Year to everybody for tonight. I know I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow, starting in the morning, so it sucks. But hey, it's 2025. Hopefully, some Jets, some goodness coming our way.
It's hard to be worse. Sometimes the Jets are like, watch this, but it's hard to be worse.
More than 4 and 7, please. Give us 8. Give us 8 wins.
Unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, Philly Noodles checking in. Appreciate you, Philly. Good call, as always. Oh, man. Brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Bo for gifting 5 memberships. Bo, we will get you down in the raffle.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Epic prizes, including a Jets mini helmet that will be sent to you if you win. Epic prizes that include a Jet winner hat, brand new, just arrived. Jet trading cards. JakeAsman.com merch. A Gustbuster umbrella, and plenty more. We had 8 winners yesterday, and I've been in touch with all of them. So if you won something, it will either be sent to you or is already being sent to you if it was a merch item and I ordered it for you. Cincy Matt writes in, I love how Gary has ridiculous takes and then gaslights Jake trying to convince him he's the unreasonable one. Nobody does it better than Gary. Nobody is better at that than him. It's a skill. It's an art. Gary is the best gaslighter to ever live. Sco, Jake, how was the Terry Collins interview this morning? Epic. Terry was great. He's supposed to join at 7:30, and then he forgot to turn his phone on. So he called back in apologizing. We had him on at 9 o'clock instead. Johnny Boy is up next. What's up, Johnny Boy?
What's up, dude? How you holding up, man?
I'm tired, man, but we're living the dream.
I hear you. Hey, I just wanted to come up here real quick. Tell you thanks, man, for all the content you put up this year, bro. It's made this season for us a lot more easier, but not only in regards to that, I mean, just everybody else also that's doing content creating. That's kind of, I figure, like, you know, a little bit of piece off of you and done their own thing. Major shout out to all the people that we've lost this year as well, especially, you know, the Asmaniacs that were here. It sucks. It's tough, man, you know, but new year coming up. I look forward to the Jets to hopefully they do what they're supposed to be doing in regards to being a better organization and making these fans happy, man, because we deserve it. Like you've said multiple times, the Jets don't deserve this fan base, man, because we're through it through thick and thin, no matter what, man. And other thing too, man, just anybody that's going out tonight, man, it's that time where it's rookie season. So just be careful out there. It's not worth it if you're going to be driving and drinking the whole 9. Just take an Uber or just stay put wherever you're at, man. Just everybody be safe. We don't need no more of the whole, you know, somebody calling in and something occurred to one of the people that consistently comes up here. So with that being said itself, Jake, man, keep doing your thing, bro. We appreciate it. Hey, at least we got the Knicks right now. Baseball season will be coming up. Hockey right now, I think both of our teams are not doing really well. So it is what it is. And hey, Jets, Jets, keep doing your thing, Jake, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Johnny, appreciate you, man. Good call. Super chat from Bo. We're going to wind down the show pretty soon here. So if you want your comment read, super chat it, or if you want a raffle ticket with your name in it, gift a membership or a $20 super chat or more if you're on your phone and it won't let you gift a membership for whatever reason. YouTube has still not added that feature for iPhone folks. We have every reason to be happy right now. The season begs for change. The world has seen, and it could go without correction. It has to get better. And it can't go without correction. You're right, Bo. I'm just ready for that correction to start now. I can't take it anymore. I want to win football games. Oh, God. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats, you know the drill. They cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is this guy.
Let's go.
Yeah. What's up, Bijan?
Oh man, right before it all changed. No, I appreciate it. Jay, I don't know if you happened to see this morning or it was sometime in the last day or so. Tony Pauline came out with an article. I don't know if you had a chance to see it or if anybody's mentioned it as to like what potentially might be going on, more inner workings of the organization. Has anybody talked about that yet?
No, no one's brought it up. I read it this morning. I'm gonna withhold my thoughts for right now.
Okay. You know, I guess if we're gonna, I think it's kind of the one thing I'll take out of that article is I would love, like they mentioned towards the end of that article, like a very like kind of out of the box idea of like, oh, take a guy like a Howie Roseman or like a Will McClay of the Cowboys, a guy that, okay, they're the de facto running the player personnel, but they don't have that official title of running the team or being a president or whatever, and just give them the keys to the kingdom. Find one of those kind of guys. Ozzie Newsome right now is a scout, or he's I know he's older, but like, just get somebody like that to restore competence and just get Woody out of the way, because I know you don't want to talk about what's in that article, but it just sheds more light on what's going on in that building. And Woody just needs to step out of the way. Get somebody like an Ozzie Newsome. Hell, even get
Bijan. Bijan. No. You hate to see it. As far as that article goes, I mean, I just don't buy a lot of it. Like, there was a suggestion in there to give Howie Roseman equity in the Jets to get him to come here. Like, it's not going to happen. It's a lot of things that I just don't think are real. So I don't know. FM is in the house. He writes in, Jake, thoughts on Cliff Kingsbury? FM, I would love to give you my thoughts. But just like Jets Forever, you're banned for life.
Into the shadow realm you go.
Give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all got on your knees and prayed on Mims's downfall. Clap it up, weirdos.
See you later, FM. More of your calls right now. Speaking of great Wi-Fi, Ricky NY is next. What's up, Ricky?
Hey, how's it going, Jake?
What's up, Ricky?
Not a whole lot. Just kind of relaxing, listening to the show, and thinking about where this is all headed in the future. I hate talking about the draft this early, but I'll tell you what. Like with both Reed and Eccles leaving, I would strongly consider taking one of the corners, better corners at the beginning of the draft. And the reason being is like, I'm sure some people are going to kill me for this, but at the end of the day, eventually, we're not going to be able to keep all of our core four guys from that 2022 draft. Okay. Sauce has declined a little bit this year already. I think if you put up a poll right now and ask Jet fans if you could only keep one, Sauce or Garrett, who would it be? I have a feeling that Garrett would win overwhelmingly. And, I just think that we should be looking at preparing for life after Sauce. And, maybe for this year we have the best corner duo in the league, and then it allows us to move Sauce later on. But there's
Keep
nothing to
Sauce. I think
say that.
I think they could do both, Ricky. I don't think it's one or the other. I really don't.
Right. I think it's like, what was I going to say? You could always, that's what I was going to say, is the next regime may want to play man and not a bunch of zone, which I'll tell you what, Ulbrich and Sala was guilty of the same thing, being so married to that scheme. I think it's almost like, like a rookie or a backup quarterback. They have success at first because there's not a lot of tape on them, but then after a while, teams figure it out. I think teams have figured out this defense. I think they've figured out they're not going to play man. Sauce is not going to shadow guys. They're just going to play zone. And listening to it on TV week after week, I keep hearing it. Oh, they're finding the holes in the Jets, zone and just sitting down and taking advantage of it. And, the not being able to adapt for this team has been a big problem. That being said, I'm once again going to go all in on my Aaron Glenn take, and they've done a pretty marvelous job at every team says next man up, but they've done a good job of navigating injuries and stuff, and not to mention I think he's the no nonsense type coach that we need, and he takes it very personally. Like, he wants to be the one to turn this Jets team around because he was a Jet for so long. And I just think there's a lot to that to dig into. So I mean, I'm all 100% Aaron Glenn, and the main thing is I just want to win some damn games. I mean, hell, you know what? I even want to win this week. I know it'll, whatever our draft pick, I don't give a shit. I just want to win.
Yeah, I mean,
I
beat
just
the
want to win some
Dolphins,
games.
knock them out. I'm with you, Ricky. Why not? Why not? If they lose, will they be that upset? No. But I'm glad it does mean something for Miami. Knock them out of the playoffs. Good call, Ricky. Appreciate you always, man. Love the bucket hat. Ron Rivera's watching the show. He says, I'm the man for the job and will restore the luster.
F you. F you. F you too.
Thank you, Ron. God, I can't wait for Clemens to be off this team too, by the way. Ugh. Also, we figured out a system for Ricky. Just calling from the phone. The connection's way better. George says, let's pretend McCarthy's available. It will cost the Jets their second. Hiring Flores as head coach, McCown as OC could turn this around. I think it would cost more than a second for JJ, but if that's all it is in your hypothetical scenario, I love it. I'm in. Hennessy says, I want to eat some fish to end the year. Fry the Dolphins, baby. All right, 2 more calls here. We got some legends on the line. Jay Graves is up next. What's up, Jay Graves?
What's up, Jake? How are you? Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve to you, Jay Graves. What's going on?
Not much. My wish for 2025 is that we're at least competitive. Like, I'm not even going to wish for playoffs, just to watch good football again. Like, watching that Lions Vikings game. No, was it the Lions? Who they just play? I'm blanking. Last night. Why am I blanking? Last night's game, the Lions game, was the 49ers. Watching good football, I was like, I missed when the Jets did that. I missed that. That's what I want for 2025. Just competitive, good football again.
It must be nice. It's
Right?
I mean, 10 lost seasons, like 5 of the last 6 years. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for this community because this past year, like I think I said when I first called in, I'm a long-time listener. I was a first-time caller this year. Whoever gifted me my Asmaniac membership, that's when I started engaging, and I've met so many amazing people. I can't even pick a favorite, like not actually on the show, but like the meetups, the games, the tailgates. Like it was for as much as our Jets sucked, it was a fun season with everybody, and for this community just accept me with open arms, and like everybody's so nice and welcoming, and like I met so many cool people. Like that's the one thing that was really cool about this season. So I thank you all. I wish you all a very happy new year, happy, healthy. Like Johnny Boy said, everybody be safe. Don't be dumb. Get a ride. I don't want to hear anything else about us losing any family members. Like, let's do this. Let's end this year right. That's all
Well
I got
said,
for you,
Jay
Jake.
Graves. Well said. Great call. See, I said we had legends on the line. Jay Graves is awesome. Got a chance to meet Jay Graves at watch parties and some of the games. So awesome. The chat loving Jay Graves here. The chat never agrees, but everyone's agreeing. Love that. Leader of the 4%ers says Peter Castro. The great Peter Castro. I love when Peter calls the radio show on Sundays when I'm on. Just tremendous. Peter, I'll tell you what. If the Jets can't get Mike Vrabel, Flonase is really the guy I want.
We got to get rid of Yolbrick and then go after Gabriel first. Then I want Queensberry. Got to look at the monkey guy. I like Flonase, and maybe Slow Dick in Houston is the answer.
We definitely know Slow Dick is not the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, potentially our last call here on the show in 2024. David T.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, David.
Yes, I think Jay Graves is very cool. She is very knowledgeable about the Jets and football, and she's obviously one of your best callers. But you've got so many. Oh my gosh, But I've been watching. You're making me laugh because you're playing previous clips and this and that, and I just. It's all about the Jets, but I mean, we're having fun, and I can't help but think of Keith Best, when he used to get on and going through all his stuff, and because of your show, and he said it, he lived for your show and was fighting, hopefully getting better and all that kind of stuff, and so hats off to you and all the people, and just want to wish everybody a happy new year, Jake.
David, you're the best. That's well said about Keith. We're always thinking about Keith. So I appreciate you starting to call in, David. I mean, I know you've been a long-time listener, but you first called in November 20th, and now every time you call in, the chat goes crazy. They love it.
Hey, and you know what? Real quick, I was at work last night and thinking about your show, and I was because you mentioned, like the first time, it's not long that I'm the first time caller. So originally, I listened to your show and thought it was so cool, and people would call in. You let people call in, speak their opinions, have their fun, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try that at least one time. That'll be a bucket list thing, and it would be kind of cool to do that. So that's how that all kind of started.
Wow. And now look at you. Now we can't get enough of David T.
Well, I'm just happy to be part of your show. I love it, and if I can keep on calling, I'd love to be able to do it.
Well, you better keep calling in 2025, David. We need you.
Thank you, Jake. Happy New Year to everyone and their families.
Well said, David. Happy New Year to you and everyone in your life as well.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
What a take from David T. Love it. Absolutely love it. Hit the like button if you haven't already. make sure you're subscribed to this channel. That's No Ghost writes in 1 seeds. Charles Lane, Chiefs fan, David T. Wow, Bobby Midnight, not a 1 seed, and that's No Ghost bracket. What's the committee going to do? I don't know. I'm not involved in it. I want to make it very clear. I don't want anyone blaming me. I have people I trust. Boomtown, Tom Ace, Rich. There'll be other people that will give suggestions, but it's ultimately on the committee. My job is just to oversee it, allow people each day to vote, and day by day we'll go through the bracket. And one Asmaniac will win the whole thing, as voted on by the people. Man. Rick Kent says, we love David T's left eye. How could you not? It's one of the great eyes I've ever laid my eyes on. Just tremendous. Johnny says, I think Keith Best should win it all. We have decided to do something for Keith for this tournament. We were going to potentially call like the trophy that we're going to give to the Asmaniac that wins. I'm going to legitimately get a trophy, like a March Madness trophy. We'll call it like the Keith Best Memorial Asmaniac Trophy. We'll come up with a name for it, but it will be inspired by Keith Best. I was going to end the show, but this guy called in. So you know what? Well, the show will continue. We'll talk to this guy, and then we will be done. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now to wrap up a Jake Asman show unlike any other is a guy who I thought I had an intro for, but I can't seem to find it. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Hold on. Ah, there it is.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
Hello, Nick.
I'm honored to be the last caller on the Jake Asman show for 2024. This would be a tremendous honor.
You've done it.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm tired of all the fans who lose their mind over every story, Jake. Like, we just extended Carter. You said it earlier. I tweeted it earlier on. We extend Carter. Sauce may be in line for a massive extension. Not a single logical Jet fan thought DJ Reed was ever going to get an offer from us. But now it's the biggest panic in the world on Twitter. I can't take these people. Like, do they not know what they're doing? Do they not know what they're talking about?
Well,
or they just panic because they have no other option?
Well, this fan base is insane. That's why I could make a living talking about them every day. I could talk about one football team for the most part and make a because like this fan base is otherworldly. Like we care about everything, but everyone just got to take a breath. The DJ Reed thing, like it's not really a story to me. Like the season's ending. He wasn't going to be on the team next year. You know, there's one game left. Like it's over. We know what this team needs to do. They need to hire the right leadership to fix this. That's the only way it gets better.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be we're in for a very tumultuous offseason, and I think there's going to be a lot of change. People are going to bring in their own players. People are going to get rid of players that don't fit. Do we change schemes? And there's a lot of overhaul. So I think everybody who likes to panic, you need to calm down and just expect with a new regime, there's going to be new personnel. There's going to be players that you like that don't fit their vision for the future, who might be traded, who might be moved, who might be released.
Yeah.
And that's part of a new regime. You know, it happens all the time. We should know it. It's every 3-4 years for us.
Always. And also, like, people on Twitter are just reactionary to everything. Like, Twitter's not reality, you know? That's just,
it's bad.
That's just the world. That's just the world we live in.
I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
Oh, you're a pretty smart guy. And if not, I know that you'll get the answer for me. Does Ron Rivera count towards the Rooney Rule with interviewing a minority?
In theory, he should. Yeah. I don't know what the latest rules are, though. I think you need to interview more than one minority candidate. I don't think it just should be one total.
Yeah, I was curious because I know we haven't interviewed an African American candidate yet, but my understanding of the Rooney Rule is you have to interview a minority. The reason I'm asking this is if we get the interview with Vrabel and we make an offer and there's wheels in motion, have we already taken care of the Rooney Rule?
I don't. Is it just one candidate? I always thought it was more than one. I thought it was like two. Ron Rivera does count for that, though, but they haven't interviewed him yet. Just so you know, the report was they're going to speak with him. Not that it's happened yet. It could be happening right now, for all we know.
With Vrabel?
No, with Rivera. I'm saying it hasn't actually happened yet. It was reported that it will happen.
Okay, I'm just curious because if we call Vrabel and Vrabel has said what Colin Cowherd said he said, then you want to make sure you have all your boxes checked ahead of time, where we're not saying now, okay, wait, we have to interview someone else, and then Vrabel loses interest saying, hey, I thought you wanted me. You know, like if you get him in the building and that's the guy that you want, you don't let him leave. You don't let him go interview elsewhere. You say, we're going to give you top dollar. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. It's not, okay, good luck. See you go somewhere else. So that's the only reason I'm concerned. I want to make sure the Jets have all their ducks in a row. So when they want to pounce, there's nothing holding them back.
Yeah, I'll look into what the exact rule is for you because I don't know it. We haven't been in this spot in a while as Jet fans, but here we go. Now, you did make a comment before you said that I'm very smart, and Alan writes in, pretty smart. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time in 2024, we say farewell to Alan. You bum.
Now look what you've done, Alan. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the Sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
See ya.
Look at that, man. And I've helped facilitate that. So that's a good call.
No, good job by you. Killian Ross writes in, Vrabel is an awful coach. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the final stupid town of 2024. Enjoy Stupid Town. Ya bum.
What did I do? Huh? What did I do?
A lot happening during this call with you, Nick.
I'm glad to be a part of the show, man, in any way, shape, or form, as always. So, Happy New Year to you, my friend. Continued success to you and all that you do for the community in 2025. You are the king of Jet YouTube. God bless you. Happy New Year. I love you, buddy.
What a distinction. King of the worst franchise in sports. I love it. I'm not.
Bad countries have a president or a dictator, right, or a leader. So even the worst need some sort of leadership.
Oh my God, Bobby Midnight, I think, is the king of Jets YouTube at this point. I'm just playing a role.
That's it. It's Bobby's world, and he's just allowing us to live in it. And as he's sitting there at home, like, why the fuck is this show still on? I wanted to go live 2 hours ago.
That's exactly what he's doing too. I love it. Nick, you're the man. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Be good, buddy. Take care. Take care, Asmaniacs. Happy New Year to everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine, the Nick Shine Show, a rebrand. Check that out, folks. I don't want to take this guy's call. Could be aggravating. The internet probably is going to suck anyway. JJ, fine. Yes.
Happy New Year, everyone, man.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no.
Oh, boy!
Can't end the final call with that. There's just no way. There's just no way. We can't end the show with JJ's crappy internet taking us into 2025. So we're going to the bullpen immediately. Right now.
Well, you know, I'm getting really freaking pissed. I thought I saw Gary's pretty wife. I need to get some sleep. I'm happy. No, I was patiently waiting for you. I enjoyed the show. I heard what Nick said. I just wanted to chime in, but I enjoyed the show. It's funny. But you haven't played any videos of me. You play everybody else. You didn't play any videos.
Maybe I was saving the best for last.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that sounds good. It's always like to be like you said, save the best for last. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I was waiting patiently.
I called you the king of Jets YouTube.
Yeah, I know. No, I think Nick is right. You are the king.
No.
No, my show is not talk about anything. That's all. We just have to chill out there. We don't. Sometimes, now I like boxing on the channel. I don't mind. I just don't like politics anymore. So
Oh yeah.
no more of that stuff.
No, definitely not.
So when you see your parents tomorrow,
I'll see them today.
oh, tell them I said hello to your dad and mom and your brother, right?
Oh yeah.
And the dog.
Chloe, yep.
Chloe, I miss her. You haven't. Oh, can you bring her on soon? Are you gonna be there tomorrow?
Maybe I'll call into the Bobby Midnight show and I'll call him with Chloe.
Yeah, I love Chloe. How's she doing? Good.
She's good. Yeah, she's still spoiled, doing her thing.
Did you get a haircut from that guy that you have on sometimes?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. But your mom should get him. He's cool dude, right? I called him Ghoul, but dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm enjoying the show. It's funny.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Your co-host is on the line right now. Hello, Addison.
Hi,
Hello,
Addison.
Jake. How you doing?
How you doing, Allison?
I called to talk to Jake, Bobby, not you.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just kidding.
I
But
know
yeah, Jake, great 2024. I'm glad that I started engaging this spring going into summer. Got to meet this lovely hunk of love right here, Bobby.
I know. We had a great time.
I love that term, hunk of love. That's well said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the voluptuous Vermontan that I love so much.
I know. I love that LA Dodger fan. Ugh, not real. No, I don't like Dodgers, but I like Addison. Don't Dodgers.
Cool, thanks. I'll take that, Bobby. But yeah, let's go into 2025 strong. Let's not fight over who the coach is going to be, but at the end of the day, it matters.
Yeah.
What's on the helmet, not who's in the helmet. Fuck it,
Yeah. Well, we got to get a whole new team.
A whole new team and a whole new world, Bobby. Let's go.
No, GM, and head coach, and other stuff.
Oh,
yeah. All right. So Jake's been doing great this year. I'm happy over 40,000.
Next stop, 1 million, Bobby.
Well, you have to catch up to Sports Fairy. They're up to 277K.
I'll do my best.
No, you know who makes a lot in YouTube channels?
Who?
You know, ASMR people. They're like about 1 million subscribers. I'm telling you.
Maybe I'll start a segment where I do some ASMR just for you.
Do you know how to do that?
I'll work on it. All right, it'll be my New Year's resolution.
You got to. Well, I can't do it because I can't talk very.
Why don't you demonstrate? Go ahead.
You gotta whisper, and then you gotta play with your microphone, scratch it, and then stop Madison, and then talk like this, and then people get all. When I have a couple of girls, they get all tingly on my back. They do good. Darling and what's the other girl? Oh, she's good. Two of them are the best. I like
all right. Thank you, Bobby. Very
well. That's what it happens. You got to look at them. They're good.
Cincy Matt is plugging. He's paying money to plug your channel. That's incredible. Everyone, check out Bobby's channel, the legend Bobby Midnight. Joe writes in. New Year, same old Jets. Let's hope not, Joe. Let's find.
Yeah, well, that's why we have crazy shows like this because they're 4 and 11, right? No,
yeah. Even worse, 4 and 12. Yeah,
4 and 12. Yeah, we said the opposite. We were doing 12 and 5, me and you, Jake.
Yeah.
We were. What's you call it? What's that word? You get the words mixed up. No, you get the words scrambled up. What is that called?
It's been a long fall from grace. I thought 13 and 4, but I was horribly wrong.
That's the dyslexia. Yeah, that's what it's. We had that.
I see.
We're dyslexic on the record. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that a cool ending? Dyslexia on the record. Oh, good. I came up with that. Okay, Jake, you have a great show.
All right, okay. Bobby, Addison, tremendous job by you two.
Family, I said I love him. Your brother, you know your brother's rude too.
Oh yeah.
Tell him to come on the show.
I'll let him know.
Your dad and your mom. Let's meet your mom.
Yeah, it's not her birthday, but I'll let her know.
Oh, I know. Nick said it was her birthday. You know, I'm gullible.
I know. Don't worry. I know.
I told you.
All right.
I'm
Good
getting
job.
a lot better. Not more energy from me, right? No grumpiness.
Yeah,
much.
you've been good. Keep it going.
Well, except yesterday got me and I went over your
See?
show. I'm sorry.
That's
No, I'm
okay.
not going to do that anymore for you. Promise.
All right.
I
Farewell.
like stepping on my. Okay, bye. I talk too much. I know.
Oh, you know I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Roger met. I'm more than just a hat on Bobby.
Hello. 2024 is the year of the haters. To JJ, to Gary.
Now look what you've done, Alan. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
What a show it's been, huh? That was a scary looking creature, whoever was just on there, right, with that hoodie. That was Darth Sidious himself. That was Chancellor Palpatine showing up at the end. Anyway, thank you to everyone who watches this show all year. If you tuned in late, rewind. Robby Sabo was with us for the first hour, talking every Jet rumor out there, state of the Jets, coach search, GM search, all that. You guys are awesome. Thank you all. Jets Worldwide says we'll be scratching our fingernails over footballs. That's right. That's right. Would be nice to win games. Hopefully that happens in 2025. Forever Ron writes in, Happy New Year's to the Jet family. Hopefully this new year brings change to our team, because I know we're tired of living out false hope. Cheers to all. Amen. Thank you to everyone. If you gifted a membership, I'll get you down for the raffle. There will be a show tomorrow. Plus, I'm on the radio at 8 a.m., so 8 to 12. So the first show on the day will not be until at some time in the afternoon, assuming I do one. I got to figure all that out. But if not, definitely back with the full routine of programming once we get to Thursday. So keep that in mind as well. All right. Thank you all. Go Jets. 2024 can't be any worse. So let's hope 2025 is better. And Bobby was like, where's my video? Ladies and gentlemen, I saved the best for last. Shout out to the Asmaniacs. You guys are the greatest.
Okay, Bobby, my friend.
I told you I'd be here.
Of course.
How long does it take to get to
5 minutes, we're going to be there with all the crew, Bobby.
Yeah, I know. We get the big spell. Thank you, sir. What team do you like in football?
Get your feet in, Bob.
Well, that girl was hot that took us. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Good. How are you? I'm Michael. Hi, bud. You're getting emotional, guys. Oh, my great. Too bad Carly wasn't here. Damn. Am I gonna be able to walk?
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Bobby Midnight.
Oh, yeah. Who's the stars that bright stars through the peril of flight? We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare and cruise to the night. That the flag was still there. Of the sea, yeah, go Jets, baby! We will rock you, oh, Bobby.
No points yet.
Oh, yeah!
got 6. He's now going to score a baby on the other side. Yeah.
Hey, the Asmaniacs, we're here to save the day. Is it back on? Joe. 5 and 6 at the bye. Many are saying it could happen. You did it. And it wasn't easy for the Jets. But wins a win. And we're on. And we're good.
So how was the game, Bobby? Did you
A+. We We got what's his name driving?
Yeah, I'm done.
Closing down jet life.
I love Nick Shine. Aaron Martin, where you going? Hopefully I'll be going with Bobby.
It's like the scene at the end of The Longest Yard.
Around here, Jet fan Nick Shine here, chiming in with Noel here. Sweet Cheeks is their code name. Fantastic. Coming over, giving Bobby and Mike love.
I hope you going back to where you live, New Jersey and New York.
I'm from Queens. I was born and raised, but I went to school.
You're from Queens?
I'm from Queens. I love you guys.
Love you too. You're the best too.
You guys Gator. Let's get a Jets. Let's get a Jets.
Go get him, Jets.
We're gonna win, baby. Give me this cup.
Bobby Midnight. Bobby Midnight. I am Brad. I watch your channel. Can I take a picture with you?
Is that your boyfriend?
Is my girlfriend? Can I take a picture with you?
Mikey, don't touch, Mikey.
I love you. I know you're beautiful.
Remember, all right, what's their YouTube?
I have it on my.
No. I already told you. What's the YouTube?
I'm drunk.
Oh, that's my Oh, she's very pretty. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Bobby Midnight. What time did you meet him?
I got it.
What time did you meet him?
12:14.
Midnight. Midnight. Bobby Midnight. Just remember Midnight.
I told Aaron Rodgers would have floor, but the referee took that away.
Guys, he's the fucking one.
It's Halloween.
All right, Bobby and Mike, you guys head back to the hotel. It's time to film a new episode of Crankyankers. Race is on.
Bobby Midnight. Bobby Midnight.
Oh, come on.
So long, farewell. Ciao, arrivederci, au revoir, and bon voyage. Sayonara, I'll be the same. Farewell, farewell, and adieu, my Spanish ladies. Farewell to you. Until the next time we meet. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.